Oh, god damn it. Three people in here. Another nothing else to do because it's extremely nothing else to do. What's up, Chessfully Blue? What's up, Michael Solano? What's up, Andre Rodriguez? Another quarantine and chill because still on lockdown for another month. Nothing to do, right? Another ask me anything. I feel like this is going to get boring pretty soon. Unless people are going to have to come up with maybe some unique questions or unique things to talk about video game wise, because I don't know what else to do. What's up, Cum? What's up, Sloan Cold Kappa? What's up, Zakami? What's up, I Provide Hate Pikachu? Let's post the live to this thing. Where's this thing so I can link it? Where are we? Okay. Oops. Where did it go? No, I can't. Why can't I click the live stream? Oh my god, I might have to reset. Oh, there we go. Captain Kisaraga, this is the first time I've ever showed up a stream of you. You show up on my recommended a lot. Oh, is that good or bad? Thank you. Have you ever thought about playing a game on stream? I already have played games on stream. I've done it on Twitch or whatever. Where did I get my thick Pikachu? I got my thick Pikachu when Pokemon was originally released back when I was a wee lad. Does anyone in here play Tekken? I think Clay. I don't play Tekken. What's up, Josh? Andre Viva, what's up, my fat friend? Where's Clayton? Clayton's right here. Clayton's right here. I am wearing pants today. Sorry, dudes. Sorry to my 2% female viewership, audience-ship. I'm wearing pants today. I said I'm bored. Probably like a lot of people, pretty bored on this quarantine. Another month of doing nothing. Don Punch. Pikachu also says, what's up? Wow, damn, that actually worked really well. Look how adorable. Oh, hello. Pikachu. Would you ever play the Capcom JoJo fighting game? No, I don't play the Capcom JoJo fighting game. It doesn't really interest me. We are all female at the end of the day. Kind of like the Jurassic Park. Every dinosaur was born a female. But then they used the one frog DNA. So then the one dinosaur had sex with itself to make another dinosaur, whatever that was in Jurassic Park. Sploogie McDoodle. What a name. What is the name? What is the lore behind Sploogie McDoodle? Pikachu is very bored. He has nothing to do. Nothing to do, man. I mean, you could train some Dragon Ball Fighter Z combos on setup or stream. I've already done that before. I already have done that. I don't know. I can't keep on doing the same Dragon Ball Fighter Z stuff over and over and over again, man. I've already played Dragon Ball Fighter Z on stream. I mean, if you guys missed it, you missed it. I don't know I have streamed me playing games before. If you guys missed it, you missed it. I mean, I don't know. I can't keep on doing the same thing over and over, you know. I mean, that's why I went back. I guess that Frank guy. I guess the Guilty Gear game was on sale for a couple bucks or something, so he just gave it to me. So that's why I made a couple of Guilty Gear videos recently, basically. Fat Pikachu is OG. Of course, Fat Pikachu is very OG. Tell us about your experience with females back in the day. Funny stories. Okay, I could do that. Let me read these first. Here, they even cut the beach walkway. I'm dying home. When I'm bored, I just watch some Clayton stream. Josh, I enjoy watching the stream. Give me a nice break from my hero. What about streaming non-fighting games, Dark Souls? No, I would. I thought about streaming like Final Fantasy and everything like that, but I play RPGs really, really slow, so I don't know if that is really. I don't know if that's fun. I play RPGs really slow, and I tried streaming me playing some dating games, but my Japanese is not quick enough to translate it into English to be, or you have to for any upcoming fighting games. I don't know what is there. I guess they haven't shown any of that King of Fighter game, and then maybe the what's it called? The Strive. Hopefully, Strive is fun, but who knows, right? Man, Streets of Rage 4 was shit. Horrible mechanics. My friend said that my friend has been playing Street Fighter or Streets of Rage 4, and he said the game is fun on normal and hard, but if you play the game on Maniac or something, he said the game is really boring because you have to play the game in a very specific way. He said the game is fun on normal and hard, though, but once you play on Maniac, you have to play the game very specifically. But okay, I could tell some stories like female stories back in the day. What would be like a funny what would be like a funny female story? Okay, so there was one story. So I got okay, here's a story about Kenji, right? So Kenji, man, there's this tournament we went to, right? It was I don't remember. Maybe it was in like New York or something, right? So we went to this tournament, right? And Kenji brought his girlfriend with him, right? And Kenji was part of Team Empire Arcadia. Have you guys ever heard of Empire Arcadia? Do you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So one of the things is, and I've talked about this before, how they used to do it. I don't know how they do it now when they sign players, but when they sign players back when I was younger, what would happen is the companies, a lot of times they would pay for you to go wherever you wanted to go, right? So the company, they pay for all your travel, all your hotel expenses, that kind of thing. But then one of the things in the contract is that you cannot actually win pot bonuses, right? So that's kind of like the trick that they do. So you might see like a tournament has like an extra $1,000 pot bonus or something like that, right? But since game companies only want to hire the people that can win the video game tournaments, it's actually in your contract that you can't win the pot bonus. Do you get what I'm getting at here? So it's kind of like a trick. The video game companies only want to sign a person that can win the tournaments, right? And the likelihood of someone winning the pot bonus then is like, you don't have to worry about losing that money in a sense. Anyway, whatever the case. What's up, Mr. Bombastic? So there's this tournament where Kenji won and he brought his girlfriend with him, right? And so Kenji's girlfriend got really horny that Kenji won the tournament, right? And so Kenji had just won like an extra, I don't remember, it was like $500 or $1,000, right? So Kenji's like, well, I just won like another $500 or $1,000. So I know we have to like leave here in a few hours, but I'm gonna go buy a hotel room so I can go fuck my girlfriend really fast because she's horny from me like winning this tournament, right? So anyway, Kenji went and got this hotel room. He paid $100 or maybe it was 100 or $200, whatever it is, just to bang his girl for a couple hours, right? And so then he left and he went to Triforce, and Triforce gave him the money, and he's like, hey, where's the pot bonus? And he was like, Kenji, dude, I told you when you signed the contract, you don't win pot bonuses. And Kenji was like, wait, what? What, man? What? Oh, shit, man, what? Because that's how Kenji talks, right? Kenji's like, oh, what, man? Wait, really, man? And Triforce was like, dude, that's in the contract. The contract is I pay for you to get the places for free, but you don't win the pot bonus if I put it up. And so Kenji was like, oh, shit, I just purposely spent $200 that I didn't have just to stay in this hotel so I could be alone with my girlfriend to fuck her really quick before we go drive back or whatever. So that's kind of a funny girl story, right? Because right, I thought that was kind of funny, but yeah. Anyway, that's kind of I don't know what happens exactly when I don't know exactly what works when companies sign video game players nowadays, but that's how it was when I was younger. That was something that could happen, right? So what else do we have? Clayton, who's your favorite KOF character or team? My favorite King of Fighter characters are like Kim, Kyo. I mean, I guess I like Ryo. I like K. Oh yeah, K is awesome. K, Kim, Kyo. All the Kyos are pretty awesome. Even Fireball Kyo. I know a lot of people think I only like Shoto characters, but I'm actually not super horny about Fireball Kyo. But he's still cool, right? But yeah, Kyo, Kim, K Dash, Yo. Um, who's another really cool King of Fighter character? Those are the characters that stick off to me offhand, right? Maxed out the hours on this day or this Sega or whatever. Like, I know what that game is, but I've never played it. What else do we have? So the entry fee. Wait, Clayton. I feel like you get a lot of women. Am I right? I'm kind of like a girl in terms of popularity. So there's always girls that want to have sex, but does it mean it's a girl that I want to have sex with? No, not necessarily. Of course not. No. So it depends. I've definitely had times in my life where I've been pretty popular. It kind of, so I guess that's cool, but I don't know if we want to talk about too much about that kind of stuff because I'm gonna start like red pilling you guys and ruining your image on relationships, I guess. Finally, I get to stream my Grand Jug stream. Like, do you like JoJo's now? What were the entry fees back in the day? Entry fees were generally like $10, right? You know what I mean? I hear they're a lot more money now, but kind of like $10 stores. K99. K99. I actually, you know what? I'm not super. I know the novelty of him kind of being like from the Akira or whatever, but it was kind of the novelty of him being a ripoff of, the whatever character it was from Akira is kind of lost on me. I didn't really, didn't they have like K Prime? Was he replaced with K Prime or something like that? I mean, I couldn't appreciate the novelty. Of course, I know what Akira is and all that kind of stuff, but it didn't do anything for me as a nerd per se. Have you ever heard of the game Gundam Battle Assault? Yes, I have. I like the Virtualon, though. I think Virtualon is a cool game, right? K sunglasses. I do. I think K is an extremely, extremely fucking cool character. I was very disappointed that K was not in CVS2. When K was not in CVS2, that was very disappointing because I think K is actually, I don't know. I don't think K is that popular in Japan from what I understand. I don't think because they're kind of trying to reinvent the series with him. I think, but I think he at least did better than Alex, right, in terms of popularity. But I do think K is really cool, and I wish he would have been in CVS2. But I guess then Alex would have had to be in CVS2 as well, right? So, Clayton, have you ever played? Oh wait, I missed one. Sorry. In the era of Street Fighter 4, who do you think was the best American player? For me, it was Ricky Ortiz. I can tell you a story about Ricky Ortiz if you guys want to hear that one story I told before about me and Ricky do not get along. I can tell you guys that story if you guys want to hear that story. But let me get to this other one. Any returning characters you want to see for Strive? I really generally guilty. Oh, I guess Justice. Geez, I don't know. I'd like to see Justice with some laser beams. Ramlethal, right? I want to see Ramlethal, right? Have you ever played Metal Gear? I played the first and the second one, and I watched my brother play the third and the fourth. Here's a funny story because people think I faked being sick. So do you remember Metal Gear 3? Metal Gear 3 has this metal. But do you work out, bro? Yes, I work out. Yeah, I work out. Wait, so Metal Gear Solid 3. Do you remember Metal Gear Solid 3 had this thing, if you haven't played the game for a week, your life would come back? So my brother was trying to get the big boss rating on Metal Gear Solid 3, right? And he couldn't get past the motorcycle part in Metal Gear Solid 3, right? And he kept on getting hit, and whatever he had to do, he had to beat it with only getting hit so many times, whatever, to beat it to get the big boss rating. So what happened is Metal Gear Solid 3 happened when I had that C. diff, and I was in the hospital. My doctor's like, you could die, and I was really sick. So what happened was my brother was helping me in the hospital for a week while I was in the hospital, and so then by the time he went back to play Metal Gear Solid 3, his life went back, and he was able to beat the motorcycle part then on Metal Gear Solid 3, and then he got the big boss rating. That's a weird story, but hey, that's another, people think I faked being sick, but that's a story about that. DSP man 420, you didn't interrupt. No, I have workout stuff. I have workout videos, but it's not that interesting, right? What about Ash Crimson? I don't really care for Ash. Ash doesn't do anything for me. Do you play any other games besides fighters? Yeah, I play RPGs. I've played RPGs probably more than I've played fighting games, action games, Mega Man games, Sonic games, all that kind of stuff. It's just that I'm not any good at them, nothing that interesting. If I remember well, in a not so recent poll, K was a top 10. Was he one of the top 10? I just feel like at the time that King of Fighters 99 came out, K was not very popular when they were trying to reinvent the series with him. I don't think he did as bad as like Alex did, but I know very few people that think Alex is cool. Actually, one of my only friends from the video game community though likes Alex, so kind of weird, right? But okay, the reason me and Ricky don't get along is so we were at this tournament, right? And we're all in a who just messaged me? I told her to get on stream with me. Wait a second, I should tell her to get on stream. If she just like, hey, I'm on stream right now. You should go on so people think that I actually talk to girls. Okay, we'll see if she'll respond. We'll see if she'll go on. Anyway, so why do me and Ricky not like each other, supposedly, right? So what I'm at is so there's this tournament. So like Ricky and Flo, and me and Flo don't get along because I think I beat Flo in every tournament I've ever played in, right? So I guess Flo didn't like me. And that's not me talking shit about Flo. Of course, Flo's way more famous than me, but I beat Flo whenever I played him in tournaments that I remember, and I don't think he likes me because of that. But anyway, whatever the case, again, he's more famous than me, not talking shit about that. I mean, isn't he like rich or something? He's doing better than me, so not throwing shade on him for anything like that, right? Please give me some money. But so anyway, Flo and Ricky were like going around this tournament, and they walked into our room at one point, and I guess the vibe was that Flo and Ricky thought they were too good to play Kenji and casual or something like that, right? So they wouldn't play Kenji, and Kenji was playing casual or whatever, right? So then the tournament happened, and I don't remember who I had just beat. I had beat somebody, so I didn't see Kenji playing Ricky in the tournament then, right? And so someone came up to me, and they're like, oh, man, Clayton, did you see it? And like, Kenji fucked Ricky, man. He fucked him, dude. And so a lot of times people make jokes that I'm gay, right? And I'm like, well, who wouldn't fuck Ricky? I would fuck Ricky too, right? And I made it as a joke, right? And I didn't realize that Ricky was right next to me, right? And Serlin was there too, right? So you guys know Serlin, David Serlin. You guys know who Serlin is, right? So we were all right there. So Serlin was right next to me, and I didn't realize Ricky was right next to me after Kenji beat him. And so I made that comment, and Ricky gave me the most like, he looked at me like, what the fuck did you just say, right? And I looked around, and I was like, oh, shit, dude, right? And I'm like, sorry, dude, people make jokes that I'm gay, and, it was a joke. I'm sorry, dude, right? And Ricky was like, he was looking at me really weird, right? And I looked at Serlin, and Serlin was like, just Serlin, like, he would not say anything, dude. And it was just like silence, right? So anyway, what happened at Evo? What happened at his Evo, and you got to remember this, dude. I had won basically almost every tournament I entered for almost like a year, right? Like my first year of disability, I won like almost every single tournament I entered for like an entire year, right? You know what I mean? I could show you pictures of all the tournaments I won. I still have some of them, right? So anyway, I was obviously a top player, and Ricky at the time was considered the best player in California actually in Guilty Gear, right? There was a time that Ricky was considered really good in Guilty Gear, right? So somehow me and Ricky had to verse first round at Evo, right? How the fuck did I just won all these tournaments at Evo, right? Or not, I mean, all these tournaments before Evo, and then me and Ricky both have to verse each other first round. Very suspicious, right? Well, anyway, this is around the time that people did not know about the Shinakuma, which I showed, right? And it's, the Shinakuma is that, you cancel the recovery of Kai's fireball, right? And so basically what I did is, Ricky had never seen this before, right? Because no one was doing this besides me. So literally what I would do is he was playing bike, and I would do Kai's jump fireball, and I would do it terribly in front of him. And then every time he would go to run in and combo me, I just jumped over to the other side and I comboed him for almost 4 rounds in a row, almost a quadruple perfect. I'm not joking. The final round perfected him and he got dizzy and I instant killed him because no one had ever like seen it before, right? And they were actually filming me for the Evo DVD at the time, right? Because I was winning all these tournaments, right? So I basically almost quadruple perfected him with them. Instant kill my round, and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. And I went to go shake his hand, and he was like, and he just like walked away. And people were like, oh shit, right? They're like, oh fuck, dude, right? But yeah, no, they did my interview for that after Evo and everything like that. And it was funny because I think Shankar was the guy who did that interview. And I'm like, hey, what happened to the Evo DVD? You recorded me, you did my interview after the match and everything like that. And basically it was kind of like, well, you know, Clayton, you're not a popular player. We can't have you beating Ricky like that. You know what I mean? So it just doesn't make sense to put in the DVD anymore. And so, yeah, they took me out of the DVD. I beat him so bad, basically. So that was that story. But anyway, so like I said, and you know what? My thing about that is too, I made the joke. So I tried to apologize. You know what I mean? So I made the joke and, you know, he didn't accept the apology. I don't think it wasn't like a malicious joke, but, you know, that's his prerogative, whatever. We're not friends. You know, that is what it is, right? So that's that Ricky story, I guess. Is Super Chat on, you guys? Is anyone going to don't show your support for Clayton Chapman in that story I just told you? Any other stories you guys want to hear? Like I said, it'd actually be kind of funny if I could get that one girl on stream with me. Should I like message her? She just messaged me and then she didn't look at the message. What's up with these fucking girls? These girls, they just message you and then they just ghost you. What's going on with this bitch? Let me see if I can message her here. I'm talking shit about you on stream and your cat, Herbert. Oh boy, so what games were you playing at Evo? Well, that was Guilty Gear, that story. The last Evo I went to was right before my surgery, and I entered, there's that Hyper Alpha tournament that I got second at. That again, I told that story. I don't know if you guys are gonna have to donate if you want to hear that story again. But that tournament, they pulled the fire alarm on me and Mike Watson during the finals of Evo. So that was that Alpha tournament. And I think I got like 13th at the Hyper Alpha or the regular Street Fighter 2 tournament that year. That was funny because, again, that was right before my surgery, so I could barely use my hands. And me and Tokido, which I didn't know it was Tokido at the time, me and Tokido won our bracket. Tokido, because they were like, for Evo, it was like so many brackets or something like that. So me and Tokido won our bracket. He beat me 2-1, and I didn't even realize it was Tokido until I don't remember if he won the tournament or whatever. And I was like, oh shit, dude, the guy that like is winning Evo, he beat me 2-1. It's like, fuck, I wish I would have been able to practice or something like that. So I lost to Tokido, and then I lost to Seth. And I think I got 13th that tournament, but you know, that was right. So I got 13th at that Street Fighter tournament, and then the Alpha tournament I got second at. So, but you know what, I can tell myself I couldn't even barely use my hands anymore, so I guess I should take that, right? What do we have? If I had money to spend, I'd gladly give you 100. I don't know what that is. Hey, anyone can donate to the Patreon or the PayPal or the Super Chat. Wicked Barley 95. How do you deal with self-doubt, Clayton? Do you ever doubt yourself? Yes, I am not a confident person. Who's the girl? I like her already. This is a girl. I don't know if I should tell you her name because you guys might look me up and then try to find out who she is. How are you doing, Clayton? I'm okay. Clayton, do you only play Kai and Soul? I play Kai, Soul, and Chip. Although I guess when I was winning tournaments, I've actually played Axel, Robo-Kai. I think I played Axel, Robo-Kai in a tournament before just because I was just like trolling people. And, you know, I've played some other characters to troll, but really only Kai, Soul, and Chip, really. That was my surgery on my hands because I can't use my hands well. So, you know what I mean? I had surgery on my hands. That's why I've told before I've had to teach myself to play on pad because it just eventually got to the point I can't really use them very well. That's why even when I work out, I do like a a lot of body weight and band exercises because I can't use my hands well. Would you stream Final Fantasy VIII if I bought it for you on PS4? I remember you yeah, I do like Final Fantasy VIII, but I don't know if I'd want to play it again, right? I got laid off from Corona and I'm bad at video games. Are you getting that unemployment though? All that kind of stuff. I do. No, I like Final Fantasy VIII. I think Final Fantasy VIII was a fun game. I like playing it. Yeah, I was gonna say I think Final Fantasy is fun. Are you going to enter Evo Online 2020? No, I don't see. I guess that what game would I even play? Street Fighter V, I guess. I haven't played Street Fighter V since it first came out. I guess I never even played the updates of it. So I only played maybe the first month or something. I played Street Fighter V a handful of times with friends, but that was it, right? Other than that, I don't even think they're having anything at Evo that I could even play, right? Yeah, no, Final Fantasy VIII is fun, I think. I'm waiting for unemployment from Washington State. Hopefully get back to work. Only good at cooking. People are doing, man, I hear a lot of people from the unemployment are actually making more money than they were making in the first place, right? What's the last Guilty Gear you actually played? I mean, someone just bought me this, what's it called? Accent Core Plus R. So, I mean, I guess I just made a video for that or something. But tournament-wise, so I don't really count it too much, but I did win, I think, like a couple local tournaments after I really quit the scene for Accent Core. But, I guess I counted. Of course, I mean, I won, so I guess I count it. But last tournament that I traveled was when I was traveling was in 2006 was the last I traveled. And I went to that one tournament with, when Marn and Combo Fiend were considered the best in the U.S., and I won that tournament, and all people talked about was, how could you let Final Showdown win again? How could you let Clayton win? And I was like, fuck these guys. I'm on disability, and I'm beating you guys. You guys are just, fuck you. So I haven't traveled since 2006, but I guess technically I entered a couple of local tournaments in Accent Core when it came out, like in 2008, and I won those. But, other than that, I've never entered tournaments ever again. It would be funny to hear you commentary on Squall and how he's trying to get with Rio now. You can play Dragon Ball FighterZ. I don't play Dragon Ball FighterZ. I said that many times, though. I don't play Dragon Ball FighterZ at all. I just do combos for it. Also, Final Fantasy X is the best. I actually do think Final Fantasy X, I actually even like 10 too. I think 10 and 10-2 are good games, actually. I just wish 10 was a little bit more I wish 10 was a little bit more epic. I feel like 10 has a really epic story, but I feel like you can beat it so fast even if you're not trying, which kind of sucks because it makes you the whole idea that you're walking around the world and then you get to Xanarkand and you realize that Yuna's actually going to be killing herself to save the world. And it's man, the game is over really quick. You can beat the game really, really quickly, right? So it makes the game not feel as epic as it should, the story, right? But whereas a game like Final Fantasy X2 it's perfect that it's short because the game is not supposed to be epic in that kind of sense. So being able to beat Final Fantasy X2 quickly doesn't bother me because it's just a fun kind of casual RPG to play. But Final Fantasy X, being able to beat it so quickly, I think I beat Final Fantasy X probably 3 times just for fun because you can beat it so fast. But it's also kind of depressing when you say that, I think, right? Clayton times Kefla. Did you really make an account just to make Clayton x Kefla? That is. I hope you're subbed to me and you like all my videos. Please donate to the super chat. I appreciate it. Kefla never. I don't plan on getting Kefla at ever, but whenever this Goku comes out, I'll do some combos. But like I said, I would like to play Dragon Ball FighterZ, but I just don't like the game, so that's why I only do combos for it. So. The ending of Final Fantasy X is a bummer. Yeah, I wish. I think the 10 ending is pretty good, but that's why if you think about the game on a whole, with Final Fantasy X2, it's pretty cool. I really wish they would have gone further with the whole Shuyin. Tidus is the dream of Shuyin, right? Because I said this before. I know, if anyone watched that Fighting Illuminati interview, at least I think I talked about this. I actually love in Final Fantasy X2 that the last boss is not just some monster penis, right? Not some huge dude that just turns into a monster, whatever. That's awesome because I am so tired of the final boss of a RPG being a monster. So just the RPG, like Final Fantasy X2, the final boss is just Shuyan. I think that's actually really refreshing to me. I wish he would have been harder, right? But I like the whole idea that Tidus is just the dream of Shuyan. And I wish it wouldn't have just been like hinted at. It's kind of just like sort of implied, but they don't really like totally tell you that. It's kind of supposed to be ambiguous, right? But I really just wish, I like that whole idea of that Tidus is actually Shuyan. I think it is a cool dynamic for Final Fantasy X, actually. I should give X2 another try. Yeah, X2 is fun. You can beat X2 and fuck. I don't even remember. You can beat X2 in like 10 hours or some shit like that. I know it's not very long, right? You can beat it pretty fucking fast. I gotta go get a water. Let me go get another water. Wait a second. Whoa. Alrighty, dudes. Where are we? Ugh. There goes the water I just got. How come you don't like it? There's so many reasons. It's so long to talk about why I think Dragon Ball FighterZ sucks. It's a terrible game fundamentally. I've made so many videos on it. It just would take too long to talk about. The game is extremely fucked up fundamentally. What do we have? Do you like the Dragon Ball series? Are we talking about Dragon Ball versus Dragon Ball Z? Can you beat Sonic Fox and Dragon Ball Fighter Z? I would assume that I can't because I don't play the game. I said that many times. I just do combos when I'm bored, right? But yeah, no, Dragon Ball Fighter Z is an extremely fundamentally fucked up game. What's up, Simon Glare? What's up, dude? How are you? Clayton ranting is fucking hilarious. We get along pretty fast. Am I ranting right now? Am I actually ranting right now? I'm about to get Final Fantasy IV on Game Boy Advance. Any tips if you have any? Is Final Fantasy IV the one that has Kulux? I think Final Fantasy IV is the one that has like a really good regular battle thing. Like, now I gotta go. What is the? I think Final Fantasy IV is the one that has a good regular battle theme that I like. Right? Let me see what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good song. I like that. I was gonna say Final Fantasy IV is the one that has a really good regular battle theme. See, I am a nerd. What do we have? Street Fighter 6 about to have lost 6 character. No, just saying. What was your favorite out of all the DBZ animes? I don't know. Like I said before, I think the Frieza saga's done pretty well. Like I said, I actually, and people are gonna hate me for this. Some of the lines in the American version of the Dragon Ball Fighters or Dragon Ball Z in the Frieza saga are actually cooler than American. Like when Goku first fights the Ginyu Force. Like there's this line in America or in the American version where like Bert or whatever he's like I'm your worst nightmare, and Goku's like I'm not afraid of dreams. That is so cool, but that's not in the Japanese one. And the Japanese one, I forget what he says in the Japanese one. I'd have to watch the Japanese one again, but that part, there's certain parts in the American one where like Goku kind of talks shit, and it's actually way cooler than the Japanese one, actually, right? What do we have? Have you ever played Mega Man Zero? I didn't play the Mega Man Zero games, but Mega Man X games I actually like. I'm actually such a fan of the Mega Man X games that I will probably, if it ever comes out, play that Mega Man X Corrupted game. That's like how much of a Mega Man X fan I am. I will actually probably play a fan-made game of Mega Man X just because I don't know if it's going to be cool, but I'm trying to tell myself it's going to be cool, right? Hey, what's up? Please donate. Pikachu showed his butt. There we go. There's Pikachu waving to you, guy, right? But yeah, Mega Man X Corrupted is a fan-made game, and I probably will actually play that. Right? I only watched the Cell Saga. What do you think of Resident Evil? Resident Evil, I played the second, and I played Veronica, but I don't like scary games because I get scared. So the other ones I just watched people play, but I have played the second one and Veronica I remember playing, but the other ones I just watched because I just get scared, right? So, man, you know what? Mega Man X4, a lot of people like that. I didn't like Mega Man X4. Like, dude, here's the thing, dude. I remember when, like as a kid getting Mega Man X4, and I was so fucking horny for it, dude. Because I remember one of the magazines back in the day was either like EGM or Game Fan or something like that. They accidentally posted the Japanese release date as the American one. So I remember being as a kid, and it took like 6 months to come out because the magazine accidentally published the wrong date. They accidentally published like the Japanese version was the American date. So I was so horny about the game for like 6 months, right? And then the game finally came out, and I went to my grandma's, right? Because, and I told this story before, you know, people think that I play a lot of games, and I am a nerd. I am a nerd, right? So, but the idea that I play a ton of video games like that, like back in the day, a lot of times when I would play video games is just when I would go to like my grandma's for the weekend, right? So I remember I'd go to my grandma's, and she got me Mega Man X4, and I was so horny to play this game. Like for 6 months, I was waiting for it. And then I beat it the first day I got it. And I was like, what? It's like, that was the end? Because you got to remember, Mega Man X3 was like such a clusterfuck of so much shit to get. So if you go from playing like Mega Man X1 to Mega Man X2 to Mega Man X3, and then you play Mega Man X4, and you beat it the first day as a kid, you get it, and you're like, wait, what? You're like, that was it? And I just was so disappointed with Mega Man X4. I was like, man, I've been waiting for this game so long, and I beat it the first day I got it. You know, compared to the other games, the idea of getting everything the first day you get it, you know, was just ridiculous. But Mega Man X4, first day I got it, I just beat everything in it. And it's like, what happened? I've been waiting for this game for so long. It was just. Can you relate to Sasuke, the village? Yes, I guess, right? I don't know. I'm not sure. There's definitely a lot of people in the fighting game community that hate me, though. That's for sure, right? Have you ever played Divinity Original Sin RPG? No, I don't know what that is. Peach reminds me of my childhood. Didn't like anything. Yeah, oh man, Mega Man X6 is that fucking Christ. They're kind of like clusterfucks again. Like Mega Man X6 just feels like it has a bunch of spikes everywhere. And there's that like one spot where if you're wearing one of the armors, you can't even really jump past it. Like what a fucking clusterfuck of a game. But yeah, all Mega Man X games are pretty, you know, it's weird because Mega Man X has got to be one of the most disappointing series considering how much I like the original 2 games. And then you're just thinking like, man, maybe is Mega Man, I guess it's one of those things, if you think about Mega Man X and how many games there's been like 8 Mega Man X games, right? Maybe 9 if you count that command mission. And it's just kind of like, is the Mega Man X series really that good? Most of the games are kind of shitty if you think about it, right? But the first 2 games are just so good. And then the third one is kind of quirky. And then the fourth one is kind of, you know, I wasn't that horny about it, but I guess it's better than the rest of them, right? So. Will you ever break down Guilty Gear SBO top 8? So many legendary matches. I guess I could potentially look at it, right? Antonio Craccolisi. I'm going to guess that's an Italian name, right? What's up, dude? Matt Olstein. Hey, Clayton, what's the best game you've ever played? I don't know the best game. I'm not sure. I've said this before, though. I wish Star Ocean 3 would have been my favorite game. If the last 2/3 of Star Ocean 3 were not such complete fucking trash, Star Ocean 3 might be my favorite game of all time because because the first 2/3 of that game, I really enjoyed the first 2/3 of Star Ocean 3. I have a very fond memories of playing Star Ocean 3. My memory card is, I don't even know how many hours I have with Star Ocean 3, but it's a fucking lot, dude. I really, really liked that game for a while. How do you feel about the Darkstalkers series? A lot of combo potential. Don't care about Darkstalkers. I know some people like it, but Darkstalkers never cared about Darkstalkers. You know what, Antonio Krakolisi, I'm saying your name wrong. One of the reasons I want to go to Italy is because Japan made me fall in love with tiramisu, dude. The tiramisu in Japan is fucking incredible. Cannot believe it, dude. I cannot believe it. Dude, I ate tiramisu like every single day in Japan. It was unfucking believable how good it was. Have you ever played Bayonetta or Devil May Cry? I played Devil May Cry 4, and the other ones I watched people play, but I played some of Devil May Cry 4, but the other ones I just watched people play. Frederick Bear, thanks for the $10. Here's Pikachu. Ooh. Thank you. In your opinion, how long do you think combos should be? That's a very difficult question to answer. Let me read the Game Green Poll guy. What do you think about X6? X6 was a complete clusterfuck, right? You can't even get past some of it if you don't have the right armor. There's that one stupid jump, and it's just so many fucking spikes and all that kind of stuff, right? What a complete clusterfuck that game was. But how long do you think combos should be? That's a very, I've said this before, dude. How about I'm very confident that I am a creative motherfucker, but I'm not necessarily confident that I could necessarily make a game from scratch per se, right? So, it's hard to say because, again, if you think about combos in Dragon Ball FighterZ are pretty long, right? But that's because of the time buffer, right? It's not necessarily that the hard combos are long. It's just that even easy combos are the same time, right? So you look at, people say that the Guilty Gear combos are way harder than Dragon Ball FighterZ, which admittedly most of them are, but they're not very long, right? So how long should a combo be? Almost impossible to say. It's almost impossible to say, right? So you got to look deeper at the mechanics of what is a fucked up mechanic and what is a good mechanic of how the combos are working, I think, right? Because it's very hard to say, I guess, how long a combo should be exactly. What did I miss? So Mega Man X6, yeah, Mega Man X6 is a clusterfuck game. I feel the way same with Crisis. Game started really good and then went to 3/5 halfway through the game. What's up, Hadia ACV? What's up? Try getting Arc System works, man. I've said this before. For Iska, back because I was known more for Guilty Gear and I was doing all those bugs and everything. The whole reason that I knew that ABBA was going to be in Slash and Iska and Order Soul is because the beta testers at Arc Systems Work actually messaged me and they asked about how I was doing all the bugs I was doing. And they're like, yeah, how are you doing all these bugs? Can you teach us, right? And by that point, though, they were asking me how to do stuff. They wanted to know how to literally break the game, right? So it wasn't really that interesting. I don't have much interesting to say about it because they wanted to know how to literally break the game to make it unplayable. So it wasn't very. All I found out about it was found out about ABBA and stuff like that. And they couldn't really show me videos of it. They're like, yeah, we can't really show you the new characters, but it's just a girl. She's has a big yellow key. And the thing is, you got to remember too, a lot of times when these people beta test games, they don't necessarily like fighting games because the guy I was talking to, even he was telling me, he was like, yeah, I'm not necessarily. I don't remember if I could even go find the conversation, but he was like, yeah, I don't actually play fighting games per se. He's like, but, a lot of times when they make games, they just bring in beta testers from different areas and you're just trying to break the game yourself. You're not necessarily a fighting game player yourself. Here's a story. I told this before. Do you know the guy, do you know the game Red Dead Redemption? Do you know that game? Red Dead Redemption, whatever it is. So the guy that does the art for that game is a guy that went to school with my brother. And so I'm not good with friends with him. You know, we're friends on Facebook, whatever. We've gone out to eat before. But even he said that after he made all the art for Red Dead Redemption, whatever it is, he's like, we made that art, like a year or two, whatever, before the game was finished. So then what we did just for fun is we got to play the game for like 2 years before it was even out. And they're just like, hey, if you ever find any bugs, just tell us. Like, so he wasn't even a beta tester per se, but since he did the art for the game, he could just play the game for free while they were making it. And so it's kind of just like he got to beta test the game for free, even though that wasn't his job, just for fun to do something, right? So a lot of times when people like actually beta test games, they're not actually necessarily the core demographic of who's going to be breaking the game. They're just there at the time. Does that make sense? Do you get what I'm kind of saying? So anyway, have you ever tried Melty Blood? No, Melty Blood doesn't interest me. Victor Wolf. This is the original classic Pikachu. Yes, he is. He's a very thick boy. He's had a few surgeries, actually, if you see. I'm very worried about. Do you think Touch of Death combos are fair? Why would they not be fair, I guess? I don't see. I mean, you'd have to be specific. I mean, if a character has like a touch of death, that just whatever, it's just like if nothing and it kills you, then it could potentially be unfair. But just the idea of being able to kill someone from a combo is not necessarily a bad idea, right? I mean, if you think about the old days of Street Fighter, dude. I mean, geez, fucking. Oh shit! Did I lose it? Oops! I thought I lost it. Even the old days of Street Fighter, fuck man. I mean, you could mash on duck little kick with Ryu, and it would dizzy you, and you could like instantly kill a guy, right? So I mean, just the idea of an instant kill combo is not necessarily bad. It just depends on what is the instant kill combo, which could kind of make it unfun, I guess, right? Uh-oh. Oh boy. What's your ideal Street Fighter 6 mechanics? I'm always worried about what the fundamentals of the game is going to be. I don't know what new mechanics they would add into it, but I always say that you need to respect the fundamentals of what made fighting games popular in the first place. That's the most important thing, I think. So too many games are getting rid of fundamentals. That's why Dragon Ball FighterZ is such a disappointment, because the fundamentals of the game are so fucked up, dude. Like, the game could actually be pretty cool, but it's such a fucking fucked up, fundamental game. That's what sucks about it, dude. Despite the not so good memories about the fighting game community, would it be possible for you to return? No, I don't. I don't see any reason to return. Like I said, even when those one guys, told that story, man, those fucking Team Yase guys that you see all over Twitter, dude. Some of those guys, they live near me, and years ago, they were like, wait a second, hey, we heard, are you actually Final Showdown? I don't know if they messaged me on Facebook or not. They're like, hey, we heard, are you Final Showdown? Like, is that actually you? Like, we heard about you. Can you come and play us in Guilty Gear and all these games? And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess, right? And you know what? Apparently all those guys enter tournaments. They run tournaments. Never talk shit about them. I even brought them food out of my own money one time. Jay has even asked me to go shopping with him before. I never talked shit about these dudes. Beat them like 50-0 each time I went, I said, thanks for inviting me. And then what did I find out? I went on the Discord and all I saw was these dudes just saying what an asshole I was. And I was like, wow, dude, really? I didn't talk shit about these dudes at all, dude. I beat these dudes every time I played them. And here they are just talking shit about me, dude. I'm like, man, this community just never fucking changes, dude. So ridiculous. Well, there's no guarantee that I would destroy everybody in the first place. I don't think. I mean, if people lost to me in tournaments now, that would be pretty sad, I would think. I mean, like I said, I don't even play Dragon Ball Fighter Z. So, I mean, you know, if anyone lost to me in Dragon Ball Fighter Z, that'd be sad because I don't even have a team. So, no, the last, you know, that was, man, that was the last time. I haven't even seen those Team Yase guys, but man, maybe a couple years ago it was. You know, so I very rarely play games against people. I played video games against people, I think, twice this year. I think I played Guilty Gear twice against my friend this year, and that was the only time I played video games versus somebody. So I don't really play a lot of video games, actually. Like I said, I don't think I played more than 2 times, actually. Yeah, I know, but either way, I just think you don't want to, yeah, the community ruins it, so. The community ruins it. Like I said, if I could still get if I could get my computer to work better for like Fightcade or GPO or whatever, GGPO or whatever it is, I'd probably try to like troll people online sometimes in old games, but I can't get the shit to work correctly. It always is lagging now on this computer. It's pretty frustrating. But I wouldn't mind trying to play again, but I just do combo videos when I'm bored, really. So yeah, I guess just training mode like that, right? What got you into fighting games? Just a nerd. Nothing too just a nerd, really. My grandma took me to the arcade, that kind of thing. You grow up during those days, right? I know I saw that one thing. Ooh, should I talk about that? Did anyone see that Gutex video? I didn't know that Gutex was actually older than me. I saw someone posted that Gutex video recently. And man, that video looked pretty sad. I didn't know that Gutex was actually older than me, but I always thought that dude was probably younger than me since he came around after me. But anyway, that video was pretty sad. But you know, just growing up, and I remember arcades, and that's pretty much got me into being a nerd, right? I usually watch some Samurai Showdown and Soul Calibur 6 tournaments, and it seems to be the best community. Man, I'm still surprised that Soul Calibur 6 has survived. I feel like it did so fucking badly, but the game is holding on, I guess. Do you watch any Predator Poachers channels? I don't even know what that means. I have no idea what a Predator Poacher is. SB Unlimited. Hey, what's up? It's entertaining to watch Soul Calibur. Yeah, I do like Soul Calibur more than Tekken. I think Soul Calibur is a cooler game than Tekken personally. But of course, Tekken is way more popular. But I think Soul Calibur is cool. Guest characters help you stay afloat, I guess. Oh, we're talking about the Samurai Showdown or whatever. Yeah, or no, the Soul Calibur. Yeah. They're having Hamaru, and are they having anybody else? Are they having anyone else besides Hamaru? I didn't even know that. I'm not sure. What's the new guest character in Samurai Showdown? I know they're having Hamaru or whatever. Oh, they had the Nier. The Nier girl was in it, right? Was anyone else in it? Not sure if anyone else was actually in it. What are we at? What made you decide to be a YouTuber? I don't think I'm a YouTuber. I think I have to do way better to be a YouTuber than I'm doing to be a YouTuber. You ever tried any games like FPS or MOBA? I'm sure, like everyone, I've played Doom before, but no, I don't play those games. But I know my brother. I used to watch my brother play some of them sometimes because my brother has played. Oh God, the zombie game, Call of Duty Zombies, where the fuck it is. I feel like a ton of people played. I remember playing that. He played. He played. Shit. He played some other ones too, and I watched him play, but not something I play. Oh, who's messaging me? Is it that girl that messaged me? I told her to come on stream. I told her I'm live. Where is it? Oh, where's Facebook? Now I can't find it. I only have 500 windows open. You are not in Pichu again. Wait, are you actually watching? No, I am talking. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys something really funny. And if she's actually in the chat, she can guarantee that this is true. Okay, you know how they have these things, like, have you ever called, like, say, like, someone is like a hottie or something like that? Have you ever seen someone's called a hottie or something like that? So there's this girl I was talking to, and like in Europe, I don't know if anyone is from Europe is in here, right? So imagine like they have like a little stuffed animal, right? And you can put like a hot water thing in it or something like that. They have like a water hot thing in it, right? And you warm up the stuffed animal and then you hold it, and it's called a hottie. Yeah, a water bottle. So she's not okay. So she's messaging me on Facebook because she doesn't want to like admit that she watches my YouTube, but she's messaging me on Facebook. So she's telling me it's a water bottle. So do you know what I'm talking about? There's this thing called, and they call them hotties. Like in American, we don't have anything like that. You might call like, I feel like hottie is like a girl might say, oh, that guy is a hottie or something. And actually, I guess they might. I don't know the last time I've heard a girl say that guy's a hottie. But maybe that sounds kind of old, but I guess in Europe they have these things where they have like stuffed animals, and you'll put like a hot water bottle in the stuffed animal, and it's called a hottie. And I was like amazed, and she showed me this picture of her cat used to sleep with the hottie. Is anyone not, are you guys not fucking amazed by how amazing this is? I'm fucking amazed by it, but I thought it was fucking crazy. But anyway, what else? And from Africa, and my gran has one. Also, they have them in Africa. Then okay, so that's what I'm talking. It's crazy to like the weird like names that like people call things. I guess right. So anyway, all right, let me go up. I missed some stuff. Did you play the old school Shaq Fu? I remember Shaq Fu, but have I ever played it? I probably have played it like for 5 minutes, but I never bought it or anything like that, right? So what else did I miss? I met Woody. Hi, I'm from the UK, from Europe. Hello, but from Europe, part of Europe. Yeah, that's what I mean. She had it for years. Boy, the hottie conversation killed the conversation. The hottie topic killed the conversation. Good question. You can hear the birds outside. Flowers in the air. Wait, flowers in her hair. Singing everywhere. Is that song? I don't even see that name. Anyway, so what were we talking about? Chirping birds. What's your favorite Street Fighter? I don't think I have a favorite Street Fighter. The Street Fighter 2 series is probably my favorite version of Street Fighter, the Street Fighter series, but I don't think I have a favorite Street Fighter series or an exact favorite game, whatever. I don't think there's actually a perfect video game. All games have their good and bad, so it's hard to say. What anime or manga series would you like to see get a competitive fighting game? Competitive. I don't know. I know. I think some people were saying they wanted like a real Naruto game or something like that. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that actually. I feel like I need to concern myself about the series that we do have. The series that we do have are already in trouble enough, right? Do they have a thing called? Do they have coldies? Do they call it coldies? Like, what if you have like a headache, and like you put like a ice pack on your head when you have a headache or something? Could they have like a coldie? Pokken Tournament is cool in my opinion. I saw that when I was in Japan, but I never played it. I did see some people playing that in Japan, but I just didn't feel like wasting my money to play. But yeah, I saw that when I was in Japan. Didn't they have a Fate fighting game? They had some Fate fighting game, isn't it? See, she won't post that. She won't post on my YouTube, but she'll message me on Facebook. Isn't a coldie a cold beer? Do we say that in American? Do we say a cold? I think we just say, can I have a cold one? Like there's that saying in America, like a cold one means a beer. Can I have like a cold one? But I don't think we have in English, do we ever say a coldie? Cold one is slang for a beer, but I don't think we have any phrase like coldie. In Australia, coldie is? Oh, you didn't say that here. You said that there. Anyway. Oh, we could talk about more. Oh, there goes Pikachu. He was busting out of here. He's like, this is fucking boring. Sakura Wars. Sakura Wars, I've heard of that. Also visited Japan twice and I want to go back. Yeah, I'm ready to go back to Japan as soon as I can, dude. My friend from Japan is supposed to be coming back to America, I think, in the summer. And hopefully when he comes back this summer, me and him will talk about going back to Japan. I keep thinking about could I try to live in Japan? Because they said if I can get a new portfolio, they can get me a modeling job in Japan. But, then I have to, I guess I'd have to pay for a portfolio or something like that, a new one. And, oh God, I'm not actually a good model. I don't know. And then I think about how the fuck am I going to set up all my prescriptions when I'm in Japan? I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I keep thinking I want to try to legitimately live in Japan though, but yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, no, I'm ready to go back to Japan. I miss it. Have you ever played Minecraft? No, I haven't played Minecraft. I know it's very popular, but I've actually never played Minecraft, no. Where did you get the Pikachu? My Pikachu is a original Pikachu. My Pikachu is a original Pikachu from, I guess, I don't know. It just says, Well, it's kind of worn off on, but he's an original. He's an original Pikachu. Oh, well, so for Japan, I actually stay with my friend because my friend does real estate in Japan. So I got to stay for free when I'm in Japan. So that's where I would probably be. But man, Japan, the Japan is Japan is crazy. It's amazing to think too, because like it's so crazy that you can. I don't know. There's some. You guys would have to ask me a specific story of Japan, but man, Japan, what a great. I was worried that when I went to Japan, I wasn't going to enjoy it as much because I'm not as big as a nerd as I'm used to be. But I still really enjoyed Japan, even without being much of a nerd anymore. So that was really nice. Coldies, cold beers in the fridge, ready to drink. We've got some coldies. We got some coldies ready for the game. Yeah, I'm looking at what this girl sent me. Yeah, I guess not. I think cold. I think we would just say cold ones though in America. I don't think we would say coldies necessarily. Oh, is this something me cheap? Oh, they're making fun of Mel. My friend was messaging me we're talking about the swinger clubs in Japan. So my friend went to Japan and he went to this swinger club, right? And right when he like walked in, he said he was with a friend and he said a girl like okay, so he walked into this swinger club, right? And at the bar there was this guy getting like a foot job from a girl. And then this one girl came up to the guy, that him and his friend, and she just pissed in the cup and she was like, "Here, drink." And my friend was like, "No, that's okay." And the other guy was like, "Sure, I'll drink it," right? And I was just like, man, I don't know. Japan, I guess, right? I mean, that was a pretty funny story. I was just reading my friend said that. Yeah. Anyway, where are we? I like the first Pokemon movie. The first Pokemon movie, I cried. I could actually probably watch the first Pokemon movie right here, and I could probably cry. Actually, if I probably got into the mood, I could probably cry. Right? What about Yu-Gi-Oh? No, I never played Yu-Gi-Oh. Never played it. Which city and places did you visit? I was all around Tokyo and like various cities around Tokyo. I would like to visit, Kyoto and stuff like that. And Osaka, I guess I could go visit it, but I would like to go to Kyoto if I had more time. You know what I mean? But yeah, Clayton, are you into music? I mean, I think everyone probably likes some kind of music, right? So I listen to some kind of. I like instrumental music, generally speaking. Um, yeah, no, Japan. The sex culture is amazing in Japan. Like I said, I actually had some grandmas came up to me and tried to give me like a hand job. Actually, like it was funny where I was walking down the street with a friend, right? And she was actually like a Chinese lady, right? And we're just walking down the street, and this old Chinese lady comes up to us, and she's like, "You want a real Japanese hand job? You need to experience a real Japanese hand job right here. Come with me." And she's like trying to pull me. I'm like, "Get the fuck off me!" And this like, "No, you want a real hand job? I give you a real Japanese hand job right now." And I was like, "No, you go over there. You go there. You go over there. No, you go there." And she's like, "No, you want real Japanese hand job? I give you the real Japanese hand job right now." And we're like, "No, you go over there. You go over there." And she's like pulling on us. And my friend was like, "There's not one. You're not 1% Japanese. You're 100% Chinese." And then she finally was like, And then she walked away when she heard that. You know what I mean? My friend has lived in Japan for a long time, so I guess he was very keen. He was like, "I only take old Japanese hand jobs, not old Chinese hand jobs." I was like, "Get the fuck over there," right? But the weird thing about Japan is, so I forget exactly what the word they use is. A lot of like the sex stuff isn't exactly illegal. It's just like frowned upon. So basically, I think what my friend said is one time he went to go get a hand job. He went to go get a hand job from a girl, right? And then he got there, and then the girl's like, "I don't give you hand job no more," or something like that, right? And he's like, "Well, fuck you, bitch. Give me back my $50 or something like that, right?" And she's like, "I know not know what you talk about." no, you leave, right? And so my friend went to the police, right? And he's like, yeah, this bitch just said she was going to suck me off for $50. And she wouldn't do it, right? And the police were like, well, we can't like go get your money back because it's technically not legal here, but it's not frowned upon. So it's like a very gray area. So you should have checked. You should have checked. You should have like made sure she was legit. And they just said you should have made sure she was legit first. And so he just lost like I think it's something stupid like that, right? So there's like a very gray area, right? You know what I mean? Like even like we were walking down the street one time and so there was like one building was for hand jobs. It's like a massage parlor, right? So you'd walk in there then, right? And obviously a girl would give you a hand job, right? And then like the store right next to it was a 3D place where you would go in and it just showed like this half naked Japanese man and he was wearing like 3D goggles and he was like jacking himself off basically. So it's like, do you go into the one store and you have like a girl jacks you off, or do you go into the 3D store and you wear goggles and jack yourself off, right? And I don't know, it was kind of it was pretty ridiculous, right? But that's Japan for you, right? I just always think it's like weird. It's like, man, would you really take a 3D hand job over a real hand job? But it's Japan. Maybe you might, right? The red light district is insane. It was hilarious to pass by. The girls are really hot. Sup, bros? What's up, dude? So, yeah, I'm trying to think of other stories too. And I've told this story is really, this is always a really crazy story to me. Like, time out. Anyway, so I said this too. So a really interesting thing about Japan is, let me get back to chat. Is again, a lot of stuff isn't frowned upon. It's a lot of stuff isn't illegal. It's just frowned upon, right? So I'm going to build up to this story, and if you guys heard the story already, but again, it's a really interesting story to tell you about how Japan works, right? So one of the reasons that everything is so cheap in Japan is because there's not a lot of space, right? So whenever you get something new, also because it's hard to throw away stuff because garbage is so specific, you just go to like a secondhand store. So you might have like the newest computer for 6 months, and then 6 months later, a new computer comes out. So you don't have any place to put this old computer. So you just take it to the secondhand store. And that's why you can buy like a really new quotation marks electronics for really cheap, right? So we went to this, secondhand store, and you can see how cheap a lot of this shit is, right? But it also goes for even like used porn, right? And like I said, it blew my mind that I was able to actually like go to like a secondhand store and you see all these crazy secondhand electronics and everything like that. And then there's actually like a used like lolly section of porn. And it's just like, man, does anyone actually fucking buy this? And it's fucking crazy. You just got like, and like, I like picked up the book and, it's like plastic wrapped now, but there's like, whoever knows how old she is, right? I mean, I guess it's an anime, right? So who knows? Maybe she's of legal age, but she doesn't look like that, right? But it's just crazy. So people buy like used lolly porn, all that kind of stuff, right? It's very, very crazy. Like I can't, and people in Japan are so friendly too. So it would be so amazing to imagine like, like I'll say like here comes Clayton with his like lolly porn, like do. Oh, thank you very much. Please, thank you very much for buying my lolly porn. Thank you. Goodbye. Right. Yeah, she could be a 2,000-year-old vampire in the story. I don't know, right? But another crazy thing about Japan too is talking about the trash, how insane people are like with the trash and how clean it is, generally speaking, right? So we're driving down the road. So Pikachu's driving, like, and then like this guy is on like a little motorcycle, right? It's like, and there's just like this little can in the road, right? And so he stops, and everyone else behind him stops, right? And so he gets off his bike or his motorcycle, moped, whatever it was, right? He goes up, he picks up the piece of trash. Traffic all stops for him. We're on the freeway. He goes over to like a store that we see on the side of the road. He throws away the trash. Everyone lets him back into the freeway. They give him like a little hand like that. And then we all just start driving back on the freeway again. Like that's how like serious and like courteous Japanese people are, right? It's very fucking like interesting, right? Yes, people are there very kind. They treated us with a lot of respect both times. Yeah, Japan is very, very courteous, very nice to everyone. Like I said, I mean, that is something that is true. The idea that Japanese people are very kind to everyone is obvious, like super true. But I'll say the idea that Japanese people, like some people think that Japanese people can speak English, that is not true whatsoever. I never met really anyone in Japan that could speak English. Everyone's English was awful that I met. It was almost useless. You know what I mean? But in terms of everyone, they're still very fucking friendly with you. And I told that story. That one girl, I got lost on the train because someone tried to kill themselves, basically, right? And so my whole train schedule got fucked up, right? And so I'm like talking to this girl. So I'm like, I don't know where the fuck I am. I don't even know how to get back. My phone's running out of like battery, right? And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, inagimara do yatte ikimasu ka, right? And she just looked at me and she's like, and she did this with her hands, right? She did that with her hands, right? And I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm like, I'm serious. Like, inagimara do yatte ikimasu ka? And she's like, dude, and she did that. I'm like, God, Jesus Christ, dude. She thought I was like asking, and I was like, dude, this is terrible, dude. And then like once people realize that I'm actually like speaking Japanese to them, dude, right? They would speak Japanese so fast, it was like pointless. And I was like, okay, I was like, this is just throw my hands up. What the fuck do I do, right? Oh my God. As for the legal age in Japan, I am not sure the 100% legal age. It's different. Japan has different prefectures. So not everything is exactly the same. Kind of like America. Like, so where I live, it's 16. This idea that everywhere in America is 18 is not true whatsoever, right? Like, there's this idea that everywhere is 18, but where I live, it's 16, right? So I think that's kind of like how Japan is. Like, Japan has some random areas where it's like super young, and then other areas where it's like a little bit older, right? Something like that. Andre, hey, thanks for staying, dude. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good day, dude. Oh, I don't know exactly where it is in Japan. I will say we're talking about this too because, well, not me and you guys, but we're talking about, one of the things, as I've said before, is I think when you want to get into a language, it's a good idea to be able to, for lack of a better phrase or term, to kill two birds with one stone, right? So if you're actually into Asian girls, right, like, man, that's fucking awesome, right? You like video games, you like Asian girls? Fuck, dude, that's perfect. Why not get a girlfriend that speaks Japanese so you can like learn Japanese, something that you enjoy? Kill two birds again, for lack of a better term, with one stone. But I'm not actually someone that is like super into Asian girls, right? And personally, I feel like in the nerd community, and I'm not trying to be mean, I feel like there's a lot of people when they like post all these hot Asian girls quotation marks, they look pretty busted to me personally, right? And I was actually worried when I got to Japan because I was like, oh man, this is this dude's waifu. This dude talks about this Asian girl all the time on the internet. The internet. That was my southern drawl. That was my southern drawl coming out right there. That was my southern drawl coming out right there. This nerd's getting into this all nerd dag nabbit. What the fuck is this Asian chick? What the fuck, right? Anyway, so I'm like, what the fuck is this, right? But when I actually got to Japan, I was like, you know what? Oh, some of these girls are pretty cute, right? I was like, wow, some of these girls are pretty cute, right? Although my friend, he was making fun of me of some of the girls that I thought was cute. He was like, man, that girl looks like a fucking basement goblin. He was like, Clayton, he's like, that's the girl you like? She looks like a basement goblin. Like, he's like, who let her out of the basement? And I was like, dude, are you serious? But I mean, so we have different types, but anyway, I thought she was cute, right? And I'm pretty hard about what I like, right? You know what I mean? But he was like, Anyway, but generally speaking, I'm not super into Asian girls. But when I was in Japan, I was like, okay, you know what? I could actually see me being, some of these girls are actually pretty cute. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind having an Asian girlfriend, I guess, right? But you know, thick Latinas, yes, I do think Spanish girls are hot. Yeah. Can I go get a piece of chocolate? What am I generally into? My main thing is I just like big lips. My main thing is I like big lips. Where are we? Yeah, so I like big lips. Big lips are what I'm into. Pikachu's into that chocolate. No, I do like black girls, right? Or what did we say? Yeah, I like black girls because I like big lips. That chocolate. Oh, man. Fiending for some chocolate. But yeah, that one girl I talked about that was in Playboy that I had a chance to be with, she was half black, half white. She had that red bone action. So she had that really kind of like nice complexion, those big lips. Oh my God, what a fucking idiot. I can't believe I didn't fuck that girl. What a fucking idiot. That girl was so fucking hot. Should I tell that story of that girl again? Should I tell that story? Man, what a fucking idiot I was for not getting with that girl. Man. I had to be a nerd. I had to be a nerd playing with my Pikachu. You could have got your dick sucked, and you decided to play with me. What a fucking idiot. Well, that's for. Well, again, I guess if you want to hear that story. Don't feed chocolate to your pets, they could die. That's true. I gotta be careful with Pikachu. He's precious. Man, I guess I could tell this story. Let me eat my chocolate. So, when I was a wee little Clayton, and this is after I got kicked out of school, right? And after I got kicked out of school is when I quotation marks started to become cool. And, I eventually got that job as a model and everything like that. So I just started becoming cool, right? And I was like the cool guy at work, right? I worked at Kroger, okay? And what I would like to do is, so do you guys know what Kroger is? It's like a grocery store. So I had this amazing thing, right? So when you work at a grocery store, normally when you first start off, you either do like bags, like you bag groceries, or you work like in a bottle room, or you work and you push carts, right? But here's the fucking secret, dude. Here's what I would do. Everyone hated to push carts for some reason, but carts was the best, right? Pushing carts was awesome because if you did the job fast, if you push carts fast, you could finish the whole lot of like parking lot. And so then you got multiple breaks, right? So when you work, you got, God, it's been a long time since I had a real job. You got like a half-hour break and like a 15-minute break, right? So you could finish pushing, you could finish pushing all the lot of carts, and then you would have to wait like 15 minutes for the carts to be up, right? So I would just like, I finished all the carts and then I'd be like, oh, the lot's done. And then I would just go and sit down outside for like 15 minutes, do whatever, right? And the bosses didn't care because they're like, Clayton, everyone hates carts. And they're like, so just if you want to do carts all day, do carts all day because no one else wants to do carts anyway, right? So when you do carts, man, I could get like hours of breaks, right? Plus, I'm getting a little bit of exercise. I'm always walking around and working on my tan, it's great, whatever, right? So anyway, I was pretty popular at this time because I was becoming quotation marks good looking, I guess, right? So all these girls at work liked me, right? But then finally, there's this one girl that worked. Oh my God. The girl I'm talking about that eventually has now been in Playboy, right? This girl was fucking hot. This girl was so fucking hot back then. I'm not saying she's not hot now, but I could tell you I wouldn't fuck her now, which sounds terrible. Hopefully she's not watching this. I know she does look at my Snapchat still. I do see her when she looks at my Snapchat stories, but whatever the case, wouldn't be trying to bang her now. But she was so hot back then. 15, 16-year-old version of her was fucking amazing. Let me tell you. Holy crap. I most definitely have jacked off to this girl many times as a kid. No shame. I was busting all kinds of nuts thinking about fucking this girl. But I was shy, right? So anyway, eventually I'm pushing carts. And she comes up to me and she's like, you're the only guy that hasn't like come up to me at work. You're right. You know what I mean? You're the only guy that hasn't like come up to me, you know what I mean, and tried to talk to me yet. Why is that, right? And I'm just like there, and I'm like, I don't know, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, I saw you, you're good looking, but I don't know, what do you want me to say? And she's like, yeah, well, all the guys are always coming up to me and talking about my DSL, and I'm like, right, and I'm like, your DSL, right? And I'm like, what does that mean, right? So I'm like an idiot, right? And I'm like, your DSL. And I'm like, your dish satellite network. I'm like, I didn't know what the fuck she was saying. So I'm like, your dish satellite something, right? And she's like, no, Clayton, my dick sucking lips. And she like came up really close to me, right? And I was like, holy shit, right? So I'm still a kid. I couldn't drive myself at this time. I was still young myself, right? And I'm like, holy shit, this girl's hot as fuck, right? And I most definitely would give her at least a few inches, right? I would give her at least a few inches of hell, okay? So anyway, we started having this little banter after that, right? And I'm like, oh, I fucking noticed them. I just didn't know what to say. And she's like, yeah. She's like, well, you know what? If you ever, want to hang out sometime, we should probably do something, right? And I'm like, holy shit, right? And so then anyway, what happened was me and her started flirting a little bit, right? But I couldn't drive at the time because I was a kid, right? I couldn't drive. And she used to tease me about it too, because she was always like, Clayton, it'd be really cool if you could like drive so we could like drive somewhere and do stuff, right? But I couldn't drive because I couldn't drive as a kid. I can bust nuts, but I can't drive yet. What the fuck am I supposed to do? What the fuck? I can't drive. I can fuck. It works, but I can't drive. So anyway, as the story goes, so me and her kept trying to hang out, but there was this kid, and I used to call him Church Boy. Church Boy hated me because I was popular. Church Boy used to always come up to me, and Church Boy would be like, hey, Clayton, how many friends do you got? How many friends do you got on Instant Messenger? And I'd be like, dude, I don't know, Church Boy. He's like, guess what, Clayton? I recently had to delete friends off my Instant Messenger because I have so many friends. I don't know why you're popular. I have to delete friends to make more room for my friends on AOL Instant Messenger. What about you, Clayton? Do you have to delete any friends yet? And I'm like, I don't know, Church Boy. What the fuck do you want, dude? He's like, I'm just trying to find out why you're so popular because I have so many friends on Instant Messenger, but you don't even have that many friends. What do you think about that? I'm like, I don't know, Church Boy. Why don't you go over there, Church Boy? Anyway, his name is Church Boy because he used to always try to tell me about his church camps. Motherfucker. I go to church camp and I got so many friends. What about you, Clayton? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know why girls like you, Clayton. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway. So eventually me and this girl that I'm talking about, our flirting had escalated, right? And we started talking about doing something with each other, right? So then we started, every time me and her would go to like run away to like go on a break together to like run away, Church Boy would like find us and be like, oh, hey, Clayton, I heard you and so were going on break, so I decided I would come with you. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, are you serious? You know what I mean? And I was like, oh my fucking God, dude. So every time that me and this girl tried to go away on break and like run away to the back, Church Boy would like follow us, right? And I was like, oh my God. And eventually she kind of like gave up on me because I couldn't drive. And she's like, Clayton. And she's like, I don't care. I'm just leaving, right? And then church boy would be like, hey, what's wrong? I thought we were all going to hang out. I'm like, we're not fucking hanging out with you, you fucker. Get the fuck away from here, dude, right? And I can tell you the funny thing about church boy is he's one of those church kids that was really religious at first, that then like after he stopped going to church, he went through his like emo goth phase, and he like wore like a chain necklace with like spikes on it and everything. And he loved like Satan and all this kind of shit. Where the fuck that guy is. I think his name was Dave. I don't remember his last name anymore, but fuck that guy. So anyway, that really sucked because that girl was so fucking hot. And to finish the story, so eventually, that was me, right? So eventually, this girl that I'm talking about, eventually she left Kroger, right? And then get this. This is like my movie moment, dude, right? Everyone has like a movie moment, and like this was my movie moment that I missed. So eventually it's the end of the summer, right? She left for the summer. I'm doing carts, I'm pushing carts, thinking about all those nuts I wanted to bust, thinking about getting my little dick sucked. I'm like, man, fuck me. Fuck me, dude, right? And then this has happened. I'm not joking, dude. This is a real story, right? It's a sunset, right? I don't know what time it was. The sun was setting after the summer. And I saw this hot girl with big lips walking up to me while I was pushing carts. And she's like, Clayton, it's me, so-and-so. I work at Kroger again. And she's like, we should go somewhere right now. And I was like, yes, we should go somewhere right now, right? Sun was setting and everything. So we like took each other and we went to the back right now, right? We went to the back of like the store, right? Where you punch in and punch out, right? And it was just like me and her, dude. We just went to the back and we just like looked at each other like this. And there were like people like in like the break room. We're like, there's like people in the break room and they're like looking at us and they're like, oh my God, is Clayton finally going to kiss her? And we looked at each other like two stupid kids, or probably me. I'm the most stupid person for not doing anything, right? We looked at each other for like 15 minutes and we just stood there. And like, there were like people like peeking in from the break room. Like, they're like, is Clayton finally going to fuck this girl? And I just couldn't do anything. She's like, well, after like 15 minutes, she's like, well, I guess I actually do have to work today. And she left. And I remember people like peeked out of the break room and they're like, Clayton, are you gay? They're like, are you gay? What are you doing? And I was like, oh. And I was like, oh, fuck, right? And so then I found out someone actually went to her at work and told her that I was gay. And that's why I didn't do anything with her. And I was like, why me? Why me, dude? And so I guess the end of the story is years and years later, I'm watching TMZ. Years and years later, I'm watching TMZ. Do you guys know what TMZ is? TMZ is like, I don't know if it's still around. It's like a TV show years and years ago. TMZ. Year Z on TMZ. Years ago on TMZ. I see some video about some girls at the Playboy Mansion. Who is there? It's her. She's a Playboy model. Not joking. I guess she was in Playboy or some bullshit, right? So then a little bit after that, she moved back here around, right? And so we kind of like got around and we talked a little bit. But, you know, she's had multiple kids now and she has a husband and everything like that. And I'm not about that. I don't care. You've had tons of kids now. There was a time that I definitely wanted to fuck you. And I'm not saying she's not like ugly or anything like that, right? And we've seen each other in public a few times and we said hi, but, and you know, I told her before, because you know, she's still, oh, I haven't done a Snapchat story. I was gonna say I could probably show her looking at my story on Snapchat or something like that, right? But you know, she still looks at my Snapchat and I'll be like, oh, hey, you know, we haven't seen each other in a long, or we've seen each other in public now, actually, I guess you could say. But I'm like, we could go catch up. You know what I mean? We haven't talked in years. And, you know, she gave me a thing kind of like, well, you know, we could, but, you know, my husband would never let me hang out with a guy like you, right? And it's kind of like, well, what do you say to that? Because it's kind of like, I don't want to be like, well, I don't really care, dude. You've had multiple kids. I'm not trying to fuck you. You know what I mean? I just think it's interesting. We live by each other again, but that's kind of that story, I guess. But I just got a message from another girl. Let's see if we can get her in the chat. Oh, you definitely did. We're talking about it in my live stream right now. I'm also talking about all the kinky cosplays things I want to do to you. Maybe. Anyway, no, she has a husband. He has a husband, multiple kids, everything like that. So anyway, so yeah, that's that kind of story. Man, that girl was so fucking hot. Oh my God. I don't know how to switch it so you could see pictures of her. Man, she was hot when I was younger, dude. She was really fucking hot, dude. That's definitely a regret. Man, what an idiot I was. I wanted to fuck the shit out of that girl. 3 inches of hell. 3 inches of hell. I was trying to say a few inches of hell. I fucked up my own joke. But anyway, she was really fucking hot back then, yeah. I wonder if I could find a picture of her. I know recently I was talking to that Daimao that's in this chat, and I was actually looking at old pictures because I was thinking about maybe, because people think that I faked all these tournaments I won. So I was actually wondering if I could find pictures of all the tournaments that I used to win. So I was actually trying to see if I could find some of these pictures and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like it's kind of cringy to go through it all. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like it's very look at me or something like that. But I mean, I was thinking about maybe trying to find some of these things. I'm sure I could find. I bet I could go in my basement and find one of my old video game trophies, actually. But yeah, a long time ago. Those were the days. A long time ago. Video games. That was a long time ago, dude. Is it okay to show the picture? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, well. Well, any other stories you guys want to hear? Any other stories should we try? I don't know. I'm not sure. Where is it? Oh, so many. I don't know. Some pictures I don't even have. Like I told that one story when I went to Montreal. That was a crazy tournament. That Montreal tournament I went to was a really crazy story. But I actually didn't take a single picture of that tournament. It's really fucking sad that I didn't actually. But what is the wildest one that I got? What do you mean? What is the wildest what? Wildest what that I got? How did I get into modeling? I got scouted when I was younger. But I mean, I'm not a good model, right? So it's not just someone thought I looked cool. I don't know. I'm not a good model. Like I said, modeling actually is a skill, believe it or not. Believe it or not, modeling is a skill. More random old pics. Really old pictures. And that was a long time ago. Long time. Oh my God. That picture is so, wow. That's a funny looking picture. Wow. Huh. That was a long time ago. Oh, she was so hot back then. That's crazy, dude. Oh, wow. She was hot back then. How did you learn Japanese before going to Japan, or did you learn it by living there? No, most of my Japanese is just self-taught from when I used to play video games. Unfortunately, my Japanese is not as good as it used to be. So, unfortunately, my Japanese is not as good as it used to be. So, oh yeah, the Zazzy and Carnival. I said before, Zazzy's probably like the cheapest character in Carnival's Revenge. You were at the soda counter at Schwab's Pharmacy. You were at the soda counter at Schwab's Pharmacy. What is Schwab's Pharmacy? How to counter Zazzy. Yeah, no. So Zazzy is like the cheapest character, I think, in Karna's Revenge, actually. Like I said, I think that the four best characters in that game, Ray, Lee, Zazzy, Karnov, and Zazzy is probably the most scrub-a-dub character in the game. But Zazzy, at least Zazzy is big and he has to kind of commit himself to stuff. So you can kind of like McFlurry money, but the machine is always down. Hey, I appreciate it, dude. I'll still take it. Yeah, but no, Zazzy is like the scrubbiest character in the game, dude. I mean, he's fucking cheap. I mean, it's kind of like you got to play the game. The game is cheap, dude. It's a cheap game, man. So, yeah, Zazzy and Karnov have the worst dizzy spots of those other two top tiers, though, because you got to remember that Ray and Lee have some of the smallest hurt boxes in the game, and they generally can protect their dizzy spot pretty well. So if you think about the game is cheap and the game is you can often die in two mistakes, Ray and Lee can often make one more mistake than the rest of the cast. Whereas a character like Karnov and Zazzy, they can't make as many mistakes. I mean, they're still better than all the characters below them, but since they can make one more mistake, that's why I think that Zazzy and Karnov are, even if Zazzy is cheaper, you know what I mean, than like Ray and even if Zazzy is like cheaper than Ray and Lee per se, maybe in a sense, at least, you know what I mean, you can like instantly kill him, right? So again, I would like to make some Karnovs. I'd like to make some more Karnovs kind of strategy videos, but the problem is that it's only me, and I don't have someone to record with me, so it's very difficult to record unless I ask something like, I know Mike Boy. Maybe I could ask Mike Boy or something to like turn on Karnovs and help me record something, but I need someone to help me record the kind of stuff, right? So that's the problem. But no. I guess if you want me to do another Karnov's tier list, I could do it. I mean, who are you? Are you like Mizuguchi? I could tell you one weird thing you could try, like a kind of a weird strategy for versus Zazzy is, although Zazzy's DP is really cheap, you can try to trade with the DP because remember, DP catches you on fire. So since the DP catches you on fire, that does not hit a dizzy spot. So if you think about it from the perspective of Karna's Revenge is a game where, again, you die in a couple of mistakes. So you can try to trade with the DP to win. And by that, I mean, you can try to bait the DP and say if like Zazzy is right here doing like hellfire. And Mizuguchi, if you do his light kick, hurricane kick, right? The light kick, hurricane kick can hit Zazzy's DP and trade with it, and it will hit his dizzy spot. And since Mizuguchi catches on fire, that doesn't count as hitting Mizuguchi's dizzy spot, but it will hit Zazzy's dizzy spot. So although you're taking more damage and you're getting knocked down, if you can do Mizuguchi's instant kill combo, you can try to like go for that like mind game of trading to win. You know what I mean? That's like, I don't know if you can do Mizuguchi's instant kill combo. Not many people can, you know what I mean? But I know I can, so that's what I would do. So it's like you're trading with the Hellfire move. You're taking more damage, but Zazzy, that's actually hitting Zazzy's dizzy spot. And since you catch on fire, that doesn't count as hitting your dizzy spot. And so if you're going by the mind game of the rules of the game, that basically you die in a couple mistakes, you trade with his DP a couple times, you might instantly win the match. So kind of like trading to win, if you get what I'm saying. So that is definitely a strategy that you can try to incorporate, I guess, right? It's dangerous And you got to make sure that you can actually hit the instant kill combo. But, you know, where am I at? Eskakilla, what's up? Axe P is me. What do you think about Smash? I think Smash is a fine game, right? How long have you had that plush and hope everything is good with you? I've had him since Pokemon originally came. By the way, what is your percentage cuts on Patreon versus YouTube? So the YouTube, I know someone tried this last stream. So the last stream I got $35 and I got $24 from it. So it seems to be around, it seems like the more money you get, the more YouTube takes. I don't know. What is this? So yeah, that's so the last time I got, like I said, the last stream, someone gave $30 and then someone gave $5 and I got $24 from it. And then Patreon takes, I think Patreon takes like $1 from every donation. I think I'd have to go look. I think Patreon takes like $1 from every donation. So it's definitely not as much as YouTube. Do you think Lucky Charms is a trash cereal? As an adult, I do. As a kid, I like marshmallows. I probably still like marshmallows as an adult, but it's not something that I want to. Not something as an adult that I want to eat, I guess. Right? Do you play Super Turbo? Yeah, of course I've played Super Turbo before. I've made many Super Turbo videos. So have any of you guys ever been to Colombia? Do you think it's dangerous if I go to Colombia? Any opinions on 3D fighters like Tekken? I like Soul Calibur. I actually like Virtual Fighter better than Tekken. I actually think, man, yeah, God, you know, you're gonna hate me. I think I like Soul Calibur, Dead or Alive, and Virtual Fighter better than Tekken. Actually, Tekken I never really was horny about Tekken. I think Virtual Fighter, Soul Calibur, and even Dead or Alive are more interesting than Tekken. Than actually, I know that sounds terrible, but have you ever played Pocket Rumble? I don't think so. Best cookies to eat. I don't really eat cookies. I'm going to put this in a background next to me. Any other games you play? Generally, you know, RPGs, action games, all this kind of stuff. Would you go to Colombia to have sex with a hot, thick Latina girl? Contain the horny until Corona is gone. I've been thinking about different kind of ways that I can keep my YouTube active. So I've been thinking about, I wonder if I could make more horny videos, but with weird names so they don't get flagged. I know what Diablo games are, but I don't play them. Do you think 2020 will get better? I hope it gets better. I hope it gets better. Tekken feels more hard hitting as a 3D fighter and more cooler anime. I don't know. Tekken is just a game that's never really interested me. I remember, man, Tekken 2 and Tekken 3 were very popular. And I played them, of course, but they just were games I just never really got into them. They have their demographic. I understand why people like them, but you know, Namco wise, I always liked Soul Calibur way, 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 way better. I always liked Soul Calibur just incredibly more than I liked you know, Tekken. Soul Calibur versus Dead or Alive. Soul Calibur, I guess, but I appreciate the novelty of Dead or Alive. I think Dead or Alive gets a bad rap, though, for sure. I think Dead or Alive gets a bad rap in the community. I don't think it's as terrible as a game, as a series, maybe I should say, as other people. Favorite RPG, Star Ocean 3. The first 2/3 of Star Ocean 3 are my favorite RPG of all time. But man, there's a lot of good RPGs, right? I mean, it's hard to think. It's hard to think of an RPG if I've ever actually played it all the way through that I think is bad, right? You know what I mean? Because I think most RPGs that I've played, I don't even know if I could think of a worst offhand. I mean, what would be an RPG that I didn't like if I've actually played it all the way through? I don't know what it would even be the worst RPG I've ever played if I actually chose to play it all the way through. I think a lot of RPGs are fun, really. Favorite adventure game? Mega Man X, I guess, or like a Sonic game. Who is the most chill person you met in the FGC? I don't know who is the most chill person. God, well, I mean, well, fuck. Who would be the most chill person? It's very hard to say. It's very hard to say who would be the most chill person because I'm not friends with a lot of people in the FGC. Like, there's acquaintances, but I don't consider a lot of people real friends. I mean, there's definitely stories of interesting people. There's a lot of interesting stories. I think a lot of people are very interesting. A lot of interesting characters and personalities. But who is the most chill per se? I mean, Kono was pretty chill, but I don't even know if me and Kono are friends anymore. Like I said, I'm not really friends with a lot of people. You know, I've said before, a lot of the community said a lot of really fucking bad things about me, dude. And and you know what? They didn't fucking apologize for it. They just let the snowball of lies roll. So it's very hard who's really chill? How chill of a person can you be if you would make up a lie about me and say that I faked being sick? And you would let other people just say that about someone. So, that's a hard question. That's a very hard question. I never played Dragon Ball Z Legendary Super Wars. Did you play Shining Resonance? I don't think I played that. Opinion on SpongeBob. I've never seen SpongeBob. I know what it is, but I've never seen it. I don't get SpongeBob, but I know people talk about SpongeBob, I guess. I'm not sure why. There must be something I'm missing. What the fuck? Did you just see in the news? Security guard was killed over wearing a face mask. What the fuck? Oh, what a terrible world we live in. Eh? What a terrible world. Someone got killed over wearing a face mask? I guess I'll look at that later. Sad. Yeah, okay. Oh, this is in it too. Security guard was shot and killed because he told the customer to put on a face mask. What the fuck? This is why I tell people, dude, you know what? The video game community I've actually had people say they were going to beat me up in video games. You don't know who the fuck is carrying around a gun. My friend, I said before, my friend carries around his gun when we go walk around. We walk his dog. You know what I mean? That's why I'm not saying I'm hard or anything like that. But I think people realize, dude, there's so many people in the world, not just the video game community, are just batshit fucking insane, dude. I mean, that's why I say you got people who say that I faked being sick and make money off it. Some of these motherfuckers are crazy, dude. You don't know who has a gun. That's why people tell me I should go to tournaments again. I don't know if I'm going to have to fucking defend myself. Some of these motherfuckers are crazy. Just, you don't know who has a fucking gun. Ridiculous, dude. What is this? Wet buns. Do you like feet? I'm not like horny about feet necessarily. You know what? I think sexually speaking, it's one of those things like, okay, I've never sucked a person's foot, I guess, never thinking about it, right? But even if you're thinking about sex, like even talking about like pussy, right? Generally speaking, just thinking about eating some pussy doesn't give me a boner. But sometimes a girl has just a pretty enough pussy that you're like, man, I'm about it. I'm fucking hungry, right? But you know, where are we? We're getting off topic. People are killing each other about this face mask stuff. I'm looking at the news and everything. Hi, Clayton. What's up, dude? Lulu, long stream. Yeah, we're talking about last night. Hey, donate to the long stream. I told a lot of good stories. Yeah, there were some good stories at the beginning. You know what? I feel like I would do these streams on Twitch, but Twitch has gotten more people sometimes, but people aren't donating and I'm poor. I'm trying to make this YouTube thing work, I guess. Any opinion on Western games and Eastern games for certain genres of games and what sets them apart? Not sure exactly. Corona Earth is wild. Everyone is either bad or good. Not too long ago, oh man, those Popeye chicken sandwiches, they were good, dude. Man, the Popeye chicken sandwiches, they were probably, I wasn't like blown away with it. It's not like the best chicken sandwich I've ever had, but it's probably the best fast food chicken sandwich I've ever had. Set up Streamlabs so people can donate without credit cards can donate. I tried to download the Streamlab thing and it just like wasn't like setting up. So I don't understand if I have to read more about it, but I'm stupid, so maybe that Western fighting games are neighbors. Asian pussy versus black. Maybe the Western fighting games are basically, yeah. What's a Western fighting game? What is that? Is that like dive kick or some bullshit that I see people? I've never even seen the dive kick game. I don't even know about that. Skullgirls. I don't have anything to say about Skullgirls. I don't have anything to say about Skullgirls besides Mike Z. When Mike Z was making it, Mike Z asked me if I wanted to help him test the game or whatever it was, and I just said I wasn't interested. You know what I mean? But good luck to Mike Z. I don't know how the game is doing. I don't know how Skullgirls did as a game, but Mike Z, if he's doing good, hopefully he's doing good. I mean, I don't have a problem with the guy. So where are we at? Mortal Kombat, Injustice, and Killer Instinct. Yeah, I don't have a big opinion on Mortal Kombat, Injustice, or Killer Instinct. I think Johnny Cage was cool before Johnny Cage became a total meme, kind of like he's just like a joke character. I think Johnny Cage was cool. When Johnny Cage was just supposed to be a badass kind of character who you didn't know was when Johnny Cage was just supposed to be the guy that they thought was a fake, but he's an actual badass. That's when Johnny Cage was cool. So I don't like that Johnny Cage, they made him a joke. I don't like that, actually. Alrighty, I was responding to somebody. What is this? Yeah, Johnny Cage is Johnny Cage. I actually think Johnny Cage is a really cool character at first. The idea of of a dude being a badass that he thought that everyone thought it was like a special effect. Lost my English effect. I think that was cool. But now Johnny Cage just being a joke character, it ruined it for me. Oh God, Clay Fighters. I remember playing Clay Fighters. I remember playing Clay Fighters as a kid, but that's about it. Earthworm Jim. I remember Earthworm Jim. I remember Earthworm Jim the game. I remember the game Earthworm Jim. Man, event. Well, every fucking time I check event hubs, I just see something that makes me angry. Seriously, someone before I die, someone find out who pays event hubs to not post my videos, but post other people doing stuff I've done. It's very strange. Do you speak French? Oh wait. What about favorite anime? That's from my favorite anime. PS1 or PS1. What console did you grow up with? I guess Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, that kind of thing. The Budokai games is the Tenkaichi ones, the 3D ones that look like Virtual On, that kind of thing. Do you speak French? Parlez-vous français? Je m'appelle Clayton. Celus dunfus. What's that fucking word to say? You wipe your butt. Celus undusfus. How do you say wipe your butt? I forget. Celus undusfus. How do you say that? Celus dunfus. Wipe your butt. I forget. Yo-Yo Skates, what's up? Yeah, some people talk about Bloody Roar, but I never played Bloody Roar, but it's got a cult following to it, it seems. Some people are pretty horny about it. Salut, diffus papa. What's what is this? Oh boy, what do we have? Was117, what's up, dude? Have you ever interacted with Gutex? No, actually, I saw that video on Gutex earlier. Someone posted it, and it seems like I didn't know that Gutex was older than me. I always thought that Gutex was like a younger dude because I don't remember Gutex from when I was playing video games. You know what I mean? I guess he came because Gutex came after me. So I always thought that he was younger than me, but I guess in that video he said he was 37 or something. So I guess Gutex is an older dude than I am, right? But I don't know. But I saw that video he posted and I looked at it a little bit. My opinion on that is, first of all, I was surprised. I didn't know that Gutex was winning. Did Gutex ever win tournaments or something? So I was surprised that Gutex said that people pay him for him to teach him how to play video games. I was surprised by that because has Gutex won tournaments or something like that? I don't remember that ever happening. So I was surprised that he said people have paid him to teach them to play video games. I thought that was interesting because I don't remember ever hearing that he was a good player. So I don't know if he was. Maybe I'm just naive. I do say I think it was sad. I think you could see the pain in his eyes. You could see the pain in his eyes, right? I mean, you could see the pain in his eyes. You could see the pain in his soul, I think, right? So I felt bad looking at that recent video of him. But other than that, the only thing that really stuck out to me was I didn't know. I thought he was a younger dude because I don't remember him from when I was playing. I remember hearing about him after I had already quit, so I didn't know he was older than me. And I was surprised to hear that people pay him to play video games, which seems bizarre to me because I don't know why. I don't know why people would pay money. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. I'm not trying to talk shit about him, but do you love or hate any fragrance reviewers? I've said before, I don't respect Jeremy Fragrance for stealing money from the community. I think it's very fucked up that he did that. And you know what? I've defended Jeremy before many times. When people were hating on him when he first became popular, when he was doing all those like, girl reviews or what girl likes this, what girl likes whatever, blah, 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 blah. I was like, this is completely stupid. This community is just mad that a good looking guy is banging girls. You know what I mean? You got this community calls people things like, panty droppers. It sounds fucking retarded, but you know what? But when he made those fake videos, on YouTube saying that he was selling his fragrance collection because he had no money, when he made those fake videos saying that he had to sell all his clothes, and he made videos showing his like room, how there was nothing left in it. And then he put up a Patreon for money. And then what happened next, a month later? All those fragrances that he supposedly sold, they were all there. All his clothes that he said he supposedly had to sell, they were all there. And then he shows up with a Ferrari. And you got to remember, at this time, he already had a couple 100,000 subscribers. So it's like, how do you have a couple 100,000 subscribers and you don't have money for fragrances? You know what I mean? So I don't respect him for that. I think it's really fucked up that he did that. And I don't know how the fuck he got more popular after that. It's actually pretty fucking disgusting, I think. But hey, now he's over 1 million people or something like that. What are you going to do? Fucking people, you support a dude that fucking scammed you. Same thing that happened with me, though. Look at this. The community said that I lied about being sick. I've lied about all the tournaments I won. I mean, where did I lie? It's all there. The proof is all there. And then the people that said I lied are the ones that actually then went and made money off it. It just shows you how fucked up people are. How the fuck do you support people that actually are the ones that have gotten caught doing fucked up shit? So I don't know about love or hate any fragrance reviewers per se, but I don't fucking respect Jeremy Fragrance. That's for fucking sure. Good looking dude though. Probably gets his dick sucked. You know what I mean? But I don't respect him for that Patreon thing, and I think it's really fucked up that he did that. Do you play any games outside of Final Fantasy? Yeah, I mean, action games, Mega Man games, Sonic games, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I played like the first Street Fighter EX. I remember that. Me, French. France watching you, Clayton. What's up? Oh, I bought Mueller Pure Malt a while ago based on your review. It's pretty good, but the bottle is dog shit. Oh yeah, Pure Malt is Pure Malt is one of my top complimented fragrances. Pure Malt is does well for me for sure. I've heard that it's been reformulated, but I don't know if it's been reformulated or not. But I hear some people say that Pure Malt is reformulated, but I don't know. But again, it does good for me. Were you a fan of Dan My Mickers? I know him. Didn't have a problem with him. You know what I mean? But I do know. I don't know. Did they say if he killed himself or it was his health problem? Because I remember hearing that he had a health problem. So I don't know if it was he killed himself or he had a health problem that eventually killed him. But I do remember hearing about that. I never had a bad interaction with him myself, so I'm not sure. The only fragrance reviewer that I've had a strange interaction with is Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. We were friends on YouTube, or me and Brooklyn Fragrance Lover were friends on Facebook, all that kind of stuff. And, Facebook friends. So what does it mean? It's nothing, important. You know what I mean? Just, he posts something, I like it. I made a few comments or whatever. But then one time he randomly messaged me and just told me, "You're not my real friend," or something like that. And I was like, what? And he unfriended me and he told me, "You're not my real friend." And just like kind of like out of the blue. And I'm like, what is this about? So I don't know what the fuck his problem was. I don't know why he said that, but I guess maybe he's kind of an idiot. I don't know. Like, what am I supposed to say? I mean, I didn't know we had a beef. I mean, we were just friends on Facebook. I watched his videos. You know what I mean? So I don't know what that was about. You know what I mean? Like, I watch a little bit of everybody, and I'm friends with some of the people on Facebook. You know what I mean? But what is Facebook, right? But he just unfriended me and he told me you're not my real friend. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of fucking weird. Because, he still has like thousands of people on his Facebook, right? So it's like you purposely went through the trouble of unfriending me and telling me that you're not my real friend. Like, okay, like, what the fuck is that about, dude? Like, I don't know what the fuck your malfunction is. So I don't know what that was about. Yeah, I've wondered. I think he is a gay dude, right? So is that something with it? I don't know what it was. The only other interactions I've had with Fragcom is I have had certain companies tell me that I don't give good enough reviews to get free shit. And I've had certain perfumers even tell me they were disappointed in my reviews, basically, and something like that. Something along those lines, they told me. Did he roast some frag chick? I don't know what that was about. You know what? I mean, here's my opinion, dude. I watch a little bit of everybody, but I don't know if, okay, so what you're telling me, I don't know if this is true, but what you're telling me is he roasted some frag chick and she deleted her review videos. Brooklyn Fragrance Lovers videos are not that amazing himself, right? I don't think I've ever seen a video of his that was amazing. A lot of the reviewers' videos are not amazing. They just are kind of interesting because I like fragrances. They're not particularly interesting in what they talk about. They're just background noise. So for him to talk shit about someone seems kind of strange, right? You know what I mean? So anyway, why do you spend money on fragrance stuff if you're poor? I generally don't spend money on fragrance stuff. That's why I said before, most of the stuff I do for fragrances, I do samples because I don't get free stuff. So I'm not going to buy a free bottle. I do samples of stuff. And that's why when people say, show your bottles, I generally get decants of things because I don't have money for full bottles. So yeah, I don't buy full bottles actually. Generally, I buy splits and decants because I don't have money for fragrances like that. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, I'm gonna go get some more chocolate, think of some more, a few questions, and then I'm gonna go. Have you ever dabbled in the guitar? Me, I have not. Yeah, but no, the fragrance thing, like I said, that's why the Jeremy fragrance thing was fucked up because how the fuck are you gonna have a Patreon up? How the fuck are you gonna have 200,000, however 200 whatever thousands of people that he had on his YouTube, and you say you don't have money to buy a fragrance? Was it? And he already had the job as a model, and he does real estate, right? Isn't that what he did? So you have a job in real estate. You have 250,000 subscribers at the time, whatever it was, and you have a job as a model as well. And you're telling me that you don't have money for fragrances? And so he made that Patreon? That's why that's fucked up. I don't like people talking shit about money like that. You know what I mean? That's why, I mean, again, I don't know if this dude is a hater. I don't know if this dude is trying to imply that I was lying about this Galaxy Negro person. I don't know if he's trying to imply that I was like lying about something. I've said many times before, I like fragrances, but I don't have the money to keep reviewing fragrances. I think fragrances are really interesting, but I don't have the money for it. So generally speaking, when I do get fragrances, I only get like a split or a decant, or I get samples. Because how about this? Like I said, even thinking about this YouTube shit that I'm doing right now. Obviously, some people have donated sometimes. Again, if you want to donate to the Super Chat, Patreon, PayPal, whatever. It would be a fucking lie for me to say that I don't have money for a webcam, a better webcam, a microphone, all this other kind of stuff, and then to be spending hundreds of dollars on fragrances all the time. That would be a fucking lie, right? So that's why I don't do fragrance reviews all the time, because I don't have money for it, because it's just the truth, right? I don't have money to support that hobby. So I have to do it very rarely. And when I do it, I just get samples, or I get like a decant, because I don't have, I don't have money for it. It would be a lie if I was doing that. So I'm not sure what that was trying to imply, but you meet a hot chick at the club and she takes you home. Condom or no condom? Unfortunately, condom, I guess, right? Although in Japan, condoms are not common. Why do you overreact to small nags? When people call you fake, why do you care so much? Because morally, I don't consider myself a super nice person per se. Like, how about this? I said this before. People got to realize, when I was in the hospital, wondering how much longer I was going to be alive, all my regrets in life are how nice I've been. And I actually don't even consider myself a super nice person, but I consider myself an extremely morally comfortable person. Right? Think about one of the original stories why the fighting game community hates me. Because I defended Thomas when Thomas was an unpopular person. I knew it would make me look bad to defend Thomas, but I knew it was the right thing to do. I knew that Kenji is loved in the community. I knew that all those Team Serious guys were loved in the community. But it didn't matter, because morally, I am an extremely comfortable person. I know I would never do anything to someone that I wouldn't like do to myself, or however you say that. So I knew that even if I defended Thomas, I was going to look bad. I knew it was the right thing to do. And so I did it. And the community fucking hated me for that. And then look what happened. Years later, what happened? Found out Kenji stole money from people, like scammed people out of rent money. He scammed people out of like that California trip. The Team Serious guys were the ones that were actually going to tournaments and stealing people's video games. Right? But who? But they didn't even get any flack for that, because people only found out about it after it already happened multiple times. So people forgot the original story of why people hate Clayton. You don't think when I was going to these tournaments that I could have sucked somebody off? You don't think that I could have sucked people off to get better like placings in tournaments or any of this kind of shit? But I'm not a fake person. I'm not going to do that. This community made up lies about me when I was wondering how much longer I was going to be alive. That is completely fucked up, dude. How many of these people do you see that they've actually said that they're sick and they try to make money off it, all this kind of shit? I never asked anybody for anything when I was sick. You know what I mean? The hate you get in the FGC is exaggerated. See, okay, I'm just going to like block you after this, but I'll put you in your place because I can tell you're trying to like, you're an idiot, right? I have posted stuff for 20 fucking years of this community making stuff up about me. Show me someone else in this community that they have said that this kid faked being sick when he was wondering how long he was going to be alive. Show me that. That is fucked up. That is a life or death situation. The hate is exaggerated against me. Show me someone else in this community that the community said I faked being sick when I was wondering how long I was going to be alive. That's not a fucking joke. I'm saying it seriously right now. I can go and show my medical records again if you guys want to. I don't know how to show it on this, so I'll have to go on Twitch to turn the camera on like that. How many the hate is exaggerated against me? Show me someone else that has done that. 20 fucking years of that fucking shit, dude. 20 years. I proved that it is still happening. I've seen hate threads about me on Reddit. I've even seen it about on stupid sites like GameFAQs. GameFAQs, I mean, how nerdy is GameFAQs? GameFAQs has had hate threads about me. People making up all sorts of fucked up shit. People think the hate against me is like, how many times do I see? I can't even keep up with all the lies. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people blocked on my YouTube. Now, maybe some of them are the same account. Maybe someone keeps making the same account. I don't fucking know. But to say it's exaggerated, so again, I would say this. You think the hate is exaggerated against me? Look at the facts here. I showed before, my first year of disability, I won like every single tournament that I entered besides EVO for a year straight. Did that not happen? I've showed it before. Do you think I purposely my hair is just coming out? Did I lie about that? How is a person that won as many tournaments as I did, show me someone else in this community that has put out more tech than me ever in fighting games? Can you name someone that has put out more tech in 20 years? Can you? No, I'm just asking. Can you show me someone in this video game community who has put out more tech in 20 years? And I put it out. I showed what I make off YouTube. I basically make nothing. Millions and millions of views, nothing, because people flag it. People think that I'm only out for myself. Why the fuck even this cyber pussy link that I did? Why the fuck did I tell people to do this cyber pussy link for 3 years? Why did I tell people to do this cyber pussy link for 3 years if I was out for myself? And people just wouldn't do it. Why did I do Dragon Ball FighterZ? 6 months I was telling people what was going to be in the game. Nobody did it. Clayton was wrong again. Before that, Guilty Gear X Hard. Clayton was wrong. It wasn't going to work that way. Guilty Gear Accent Court. It wasn't going to work this way. Was Sako even around during like CVS2? People still think, which I didn't find this one, but you can even look it up on YouTube. Some people still think that I found the Kim Infinite in CVS2. I was just the first human person to show it was possible in a real match. 20 fucking years, dude. I mean, look at how many games, dude. Who has done more for fucking video games tech-wise? Why do you think that my YouTube is so fucking random in terms of, why the fuck are the people that have made up lies about me more popular than me? So again, what is exaggerating? I'm talking about a fact right here, dude. What is being exaggerated here? Look at a game like Guilty Gear. What is a game like Guilty Gear? Besides the very original ideas of jump canceling and, FDC Infinite, look at all the fundamental knowledge of how Guilty Gear works. Who do you think that came from? It was me. How old is Guilty Gear now? All this fundamental knowledge about how the game even worked, dude. Besides the original idea of, like, say, like a FDC or like a jump cancel mode, the most very basic thing, or like an impossible dust, the most very basic idea of it. But besides that, where did all this information about how the game worked came from originally? It was me. I would go around to these tournaments that I was winning, and I would tell people how it works after I won. I would go sit down and I would explain how the video game worked to everybody. And I would go and I would post on Game Combos and all these different sites. Do you guys even remember? My first name was Final Showdown. Do you know why I don't have that Final Showdown name anymore? I had to change it to Dial Up Sucky because I got so fucking tired of the moderators on Shoryuken.com and Game Combos kept deleting my posts saying that it wasn't real. And then they would post what I posted as their own. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not fucking helping you guys anymore. And you know what happened? They banned me. Tragic banned me. If you guys remember Tragic. Tragic banned me for not teaching them how to do any more bugs. They banned the Final Showdown name. They're like, fine, you can't post anymore if you're not going to help us anymore. And that's why I had to come back as Dial Up Sucky. How long ago was that? 20 years ago, dude. Again, who has found more stuff in video? Look at Dragon Ball FighterZ. Dragon Ball FighterZ never had a sparking loop for 6 months. No one had ever done double supers. And look at this. And look how popular my YouTube got. All these other dudes are the ones that got popular. You think the hate against me is exaggerated? Why won't event hubs post my videos? I mean, you guys can't even answer these questions, right? You're going off on a tangent. I'm trying to get you to prove what you're trying to say. I mean, I'm me to not block you. Can you prove anything that I've said is not true? How could the hate against me is exaggerated? I've showed it for 20 years. The community actually said I faked being sick when I was wondering how long I was going to be alive, dude. Wondering how long I was going to be alive. And you're telling me the hate against me is exaggerated. Where? The community still says it. I still showed proof just last month. There's a dude still going around saying, I still see when I randomly check threads on 4chan or Reddit, Clayton is crazy and this stuff didn't happen. People still go around and say I faked it. And the craziest thing, people say I faked it when I never made any money off it. Why would I lie about it? Why would I lie about it when I was trying to help people? Man, Clayton is winning all these tournaments. Clayton is putting out all this free tech for free. Clayton said he won't make a video on it. Clayton said he won't make a video on it. Here, just try it yourself. I'm not going to do it because Clayton must be lying. And then when I put out the video, my videos get flagged. And then they'll put out the video and they'll say they found it. Where you can't fucking, I'm giving you a fucking chance to prove me wrong. How many people actually did that? The people in power, dude. Why won't the biggest fighting game site in the world, I guess, Event Hubs, why won't Event Hubs post my videos? Can you answer that? Why the fuck did I show on Shuriken.com the moderators actually will delete my posts and edit them so I can't even defend myself? Shuriken.com, one of the biggest sites, the first original biggest site in the world for fighting games. The moderators will do that. Did I not show that? The moderators will actually delete my posts and edit them when I try to defend myself so I won't call people out. I showed Dev. It's fucking sad, dude. I showed Dev. Dev was one of the few people that defended me at first, right? Dev was one of the few people that defended me when I was saying how Dragon Ball FighterZ was going to work. Now Dev runs SRK. I showed his post. You know what Dev said? We can't talk about Clayton. We can't talk about what happened to Clayton on the forums. Let's not talk about it. I showed that post. Did I make his post? Did I hack Dev's account? He apparently runs SRK. He sent it in a PM. He was like, I know Clayton has been wronged in the past, but we can't talk about it on the forums. Why can't you talk about what the community did to me? So I can't defend it, so the community can keep talking shit about me, but I'm not allowed to defend myself. You don't think that's fucked up? 20 years, man. And I told Dev, I'm like, you know what, dude, I appreciate you. Thanks for you shouted me out before and you defended me before. But now you wrote in a PM that you wrote in a PM to all the moderators, hey, I know Clayton was wronged in the past, but we can't talk about it. And when I tried to expose, and then I saw people going around talking shit about me, I'm like, dude, what is this? This is a lie. This is what happened. And you know what? My post got edited. They said you can't talk about it. I fucking hacked the site? I mean, what are you talking about, dude? I haven't seen it. Convenient. So basically, you came in here, you say I exaggerated something when I've showed proof of it. That's what I'm getting at. Like, do you realize there's actually going to be people, you're probably some dude that posts somewhere. Oh, Clayton exaggerates about stuff. Where have I exaggerated? I've showed it. Where have I lied? I've showed proof. I never claimed to be. How about this? I said this before. I just said this in this video as well. Some people still think that I'm the person that did the Kim Infinite, that I found it. It would be very easy for me to take credit for the Kim Infinite. Do you think, how many people do you think remember Cyrec? Do you even know what the fuck I'm talking about? If I wanted to lie, it would be very easy for me to say that I did find the Kim Infinite. But why would I do that? I don't need to lie. You can even look on YouTube. There's still some videos back from years and years ago that say Final Showdown found the Kim Infinite in CVS2. And you know what? I said, you know what? Actually, I didn't. Cyrec, the Japanese guys, gave me the idea for it. I can't actually take credit. It's not my idea. How many people actually participate in that shit? Again, why is my YouTube as big as it is? What is exaggerating? Why has a person that won as many tournaments as me, why is a person that has brought more tech to the community game after game than me, why is my YouTube as big as it? How about this? I'm not trying to talk shit about him. Why is Desk the most popular combo video guy? Desk has 100,000 people. Desk has 100,000 people on his YouTube. Has Desk done more than me in video games? With one hand he has, I guess. But he hasn't found more stuff than I have. Again, execution. You can go look at Desk early content. Desk did not make videos with good transitions when he first made videos. He didn't. And you know why Desk got popular? Because people were saying that I was cheating to do my videos and it wouldn't get shared. People were saying my videos were fake, and so I couldn't get them shared. But Desk got popular. And again, I'm not trying to throw shade on him per se. Executionally speaking, he's amazing. But in terms of bringing new tech to the community, who has brought more new? Yeah, again, Desk will get shared, but I won't. You don't think that's a coincidence? Desk doesn't make fragrance reviews, so that's why Clayton is unpopular. That's your fucking argument? Is that really your argument? Clayton has brought more tech to the community. Clayton was before Desk in the first place, okay? Again, I just said, did Desk make CVS2 videos when the game came out? Because I was making CVS2 videos. It's not an exaggeration. What the fuck are you talking about? You're telling me right now that no one ever said that I faked my videos? You're telling me right now that no one ever said that I faked my videos? I could actually go show you comments of people saying that I take Desk videos and I splice them together to make my combos. I'm not joking. You just said that no one says that. I'm proving you wrong, dude. Do you want me to prove you wrong? You're saying that no one says that I ever faked this kind of stuff? One guy. Dude, okay. Again, one guy, dude. No. You just said, let's go back up here. See, the comment about people accusing you of being fake is another example of an exaggeration. I just said I can show it to you, and now you don't want me to. I just said that I can show it to you. You don't want me to. What is your fucking malfunction, Galaxy Negro? I didn't put words in your mouth. You just said that. This is your comment right here. I just said it right here. This is, I didn't put words in your mouth, motherfucker. This is you right here, dude. I didn't put words in your mouth, dude. I don't need to fucking lie about anything, dude. The comment, I did. That comment about people accusing you of being fake is another example of an exaggeration. No, it's not. Can you read? That's the comment you just wrote. Well, you know what? The thing is, again, this dude brought it up. I'm fine with putting people in their place, dude. You just said there's nothing. There's no minority in this comment. I'm reading your comment right now. See, that comment about people accusing you of being fake is another example. There's no exaggeration. I have put you in your place, dude. You have not showed any proof. You said that I'm exaggerating about this all, and yet you can't prove anything, dude. The minority, dude, right? The minority, right? Then why does a guy like Desk have 100,000 people? Why does a guy like Roofomonger have all these people? Why do these guys, like Buttmonger goes around, says I faked being sick, and he grew his channel off it. Why is his channel bigger than mine? Why is his channel bigger than mine if it's a minority? His channel is bigger than mine. He grew his channel off of what I did. Daimo even went and found his own quotes of him taking what I did and then said he would never give me credit. I didn't even have to find it myself. Daimo was the one that found out of those quotes. And then he fucking bragged how it made him more popular. What is the minority? If someone has more people than me, what, aren't they the majority? No. Desk was not making modern FGC content when he first put up. Okay, and he had a push from Event Hubs and SRK. I already commented on that. I said, why will Event Hubs not post my videos? I was making Street Fighter 4 videos too. Dude, I was making videos before Desk, you stupid motherfucker. What are you talking about? First tournament I won was like in 2000, dude, when I was a kid. Couldn't even drive yet, dude. I was before Desk. So again, you're talking about years and years ago. You didn't have the push. I just said, why the fuck? Well, okay, you're talking about the push from Event Hubs. Why will Event Hubs not post my videos, but they will post people doing stuff that I did? Didn't Event Hubs recently just post someone did combos that I did years ago? And it was a Twitter clip. Why doesn't Event Hubs post my Twitter clips that have 20, 30,000 people that watch it? I'm not cherry picking anything. I've named multiple fucking games now. I've said games like Guilty Gear. I played Street Fighter 4, Dragon Ball FighterZ. I've made videos for all these games. I made Marvel videos. I'm not cherry picking anything. What are you talking about? I just posted just recently. Doesn't even have to be Desk. I showed someone else. Event Hubs, didn't they recently just post someone doing the Kid Boost Staircase? The combo that I showed originally when the game came out? Why did Event Hubs post that? And it's just a Twitter clip. It's not even a combo video. You know, when I posted combos like that, what did I get? I have like 20, 30,000 people that watched it on Twitter when I posted it. But Event Hubs won't post it. Why is that? Why is that, Galaxy Negro? So you came in here. You've proved nothing, dude. Event Hubs doesn't. Do you know, actually, okay, how about this? You think this is not true? I can actually, do you want, okay, you think I'm cherry picking? I bet I could go find Event Hubs things. Event Hubs has actually said that no one has ever sent them videos of Clayton. And we know that's not true because I've tried to, and many other people have tried to send them videos. And Event Hubs is actually posted. We don't know who Clayton is. We don't get videos about him. We've never heard of him. Is that a lie? It's in one of the comment sections. And people are even like, dude, we've sent videos of Clayton. Why would they say that? Why would they say that, Galaxy Negro? You mentioned Event Hubs. You said Event Hubs. They're getting a push from Event Hubs. So now I'm using Event Hubs as an example. You keep saying I exaggerate all this shit, and I keep showing you more and more examples. Like, what else do you want? Okay, so why don't you go ask the Event Hubs owner then why? They won't answer me. They won't answer other people when they ask. Why don't you ask them, motherfucker? I mean, you seem to be pretty smart. You seem to, I mean, you didn't even know that I won tournaments, it sounds like. You just asked me what tournaments did I win. I don't know, motherfucker. You're an expert on me, apparently. Why don't you go fucking look? Why don't you go show me someone who has put out more tech in 20 years than I have? I don't know, dude. Why don't you go look up, dude? You're an expert on me, bro. Now I'm paranoid. Is this like one of those guys like paranoid? All right. Do you guys remember I showed you that the gay community of the FGC actually at one point tried to say that Clayton hates gay people and told them to kill themselves in order to get people to not watch my videos? Is that not an exaggeration? I could show you the clips. I showed it in real time. Not even screen caps. One of the last times I streamed, I showed the people on Discords, those gay fucking dudes, whatever they were, these LGBT, whatever, they tried to say that I blocked them because Clayton hates gay people and told them to kill themselves. They tried to start like some gay agenda against me. You don't think that is fucking weird? I showed proof of it. Many people were in the stream. You're gonna tell me that for some reason the gay community of the FGC, because I blocked some of their members because they wouldn't fucking leave me alone, then started trying to say that Clayton hates gay people and told them to kill themselves. I mean, you keep saying that I'm exaggerating. Can you show me someone else that this has happened to? Yeah. I mean, Daimo was there, dude. Me and Daimo have talked about it, dude. They actually tried to say that Clayton hates gay people and told them to kill themselves. You don't think that is extreme? What is that? What am I exaggerating? And here's the thing, too. You keep saying that I'm trying to exaggerate. What am I exaggerating for when I don't make money off the exaggeration, if it was an exaggeration? Why would I keep the same story if it's not making me any money? Some comments, this is what you don't get. You think that it's an exaggeration. If it's an exaggeration, again, why has my channel been the way it has been? Why am I the one that's actually won tournaments? Even after I quit winning tournaments, I showed that I was still beating all the Japanese on GGPO, Fightcade, all that stuff. I showed videos of me playing all these guys. Still showed I can beat all these dudes. I still showed that I put out more tech than 20 years. So how is a guy that used to win tournaments while he was sick as a kid and put out more tech than anyone else for 20 years, why are all these dudes that made up lies about me more popular? Again, why is a guy like Buttmonger more popular than me? You keep saying it's an exaggeration. Where is the exaggeration? Pick and choose what I want to reply to. I've been replying to you the whole fucking time, motherfucker. I'm giving you a chance for me to not block you. I'm giving you a chance. You tried to call me out. I called your bluff. I have 20 years of stuff that I've been talking about. Show me. Show me how I exaggerated it. How about this? You know what, Galaxy Negro? I don't know. I don't count the percentage, but I know it's not a minority because people with a majority who have more than me have said how it's made them more popular by talking shit about me and have encouraged other people to do it. Have I not showed that? Have I not showed people that have more people than me who have bragged that it made them more popular, have encouraged other people to talk shit about me? I didn't see that vlog. Very convenient. You don't need to see it. Look at a person like Buttmonger. You can see how many people. He has bragged how it made him more popular and has encouraged other people to do it too. He has more people than me, which means that is a majority. Is it not? What are you trying to prove, Galaxy Negro? You keep saying I exaggerated, and I've showed. It's still not the majority. Okay, do we understand something? If someone has more people than you and they are talking shit about you and they grew their channel bigger than you off of it, is that not a majority? Is that not a majority? This is more than me. That is a majority. Do you understand that? You know, Galaxy Negro, I'm going to tell you this, and everyone can hear this too. Just because you're even trying to imply that I would lie about this stuff, to even imply that I would exaggerate when I was fucking lying in a hospital, I didn't know how long I was going to be alive. If you got cancer and die, good riddance, dude. Galaxy Negro, off to the galaxy with you, dude. If you can clip this good, hopefully it's a terrible death, dude. The fact that you even try to lie about that shit and act like I would exaggerate about this kind of shit that the community has done to me when I don't even make any money off it, fuck you, dude. You're a piece of shit. I don't care, dude. I don't care if you run, I don't care whatever fucking happens to you, dude. You're a piece of shit. I'm not putting any words in your mouth. You said I exaggerated it. You have not proved that I have exaggerated. You said it's a minority. I've showed that it's a majority. You have not proved anything, dude. You said I exaggerated it. I have proved that I have not. Everything I have exaggerated hate. How? Then why are these dudes that make up lies about me more popular than me? What is exaggerated? What is exaggerated? I mean, you just caught yourself right there. So I'm not lying about the stuff that happened, but I'm exaggerating it. So a kid, people say, while I was winning those tournaments, I faked being sick for 20 years now, right? Is it not 20 years? Isn't that 20 years? That's exaggerated. How is it exaggerated if it was fact? So I didn't lie about what happened, but I'm exaggerating that it was hate? Is that what you're saying? Like, what exactly are you getting at? So I'm not lying about what happened, but you're trying to imply that I'm exaggerating that it was hate. It's a self-pity campaign that I have not made money off of. Why the fuck, again, I use this recent example. Why did I tell the community about the pussy link for 3 years if I was out for something for myself? I said, hey, you can do this pussy link with Android 18. I don't need to make a video of it. Here, community, this community that does nothing but like losers like you try to act like I'm lying about something. I don't need to make this money off it. Here, you do it. The community didn't want to do it. So then I make a video off it. And what happened when I made the cyber pussy link? I started seeing people bitch and complain about it. Now I'm neurotic, right? Okay. Oh, there's definitely, you have not seen the Dragon Ball Fighter. You have not seen some of that stuff. Have you seen that Izanami guy? Do you guys want me to show you that guy? That guy posted about me 84 times in a single month. Did you see that guy? I've showed this before. I stopped counting. That guy posted about me 84 times, I counted, in a single month, going to every thread he could. I just looked up this guy, 84 posts I read as like, oh my God, dude. I just stopped reading after that, dude. I don't know if that's Martian's old. See, I don't even know. That's why I said I have so many hundreds and hundreds of people blocked. I don't know if some of them are like the same accounts, you know what I mean? But I said the guy has like 84 posts in a single month going to every thread talking shit about Clayton. You don't think that people hate me? Again, why would my channel be where it is now if there were not legitimate hate campaigns against me? Self-pity campaign. Self-pity campaign. Man, okay, self-pity campaign. Clayton won tournaments while sick. Clayton tried to help the community, and people said he lied. Is that not true? Yeah, I know that dude's a fucking idiot. I don't know where that dude is now. That's the dude. I could show you that dude whining to the moderators, begging the moderators to edit and delete my post so he is not exposed. I mean, give me a fucking break, dude. Anyway, point is, so you even said yourself, I haven't watched those vlogs. I haven't seen that. So you don't even know the real story, but you're saying I exaggerated when I've showed it, dude. I mean, come on. Anyway, point is, I guess I will go block you now. Now I got to go look you up. So let me see. I got to go look you up. Anyway, I gave you your chance. I think we had a good sort of conversation. Now I will go block you. Feel free to make another account. Like I said, you can go tell people, go post with everyone else on Reddit that Clayton says he doesn't care if I get cancer. That's fine. I don't give a fuck. Doesn't matter to me. I'm sure become one of my haters. That's cool. Let me go. I got to go find your name to block you, though. Oops, I wrote his name twice. That's not right. Where is this? Here we go. No, why can't I find his name? I need to find user. Oh, filter. Where is it? What the fuck? Why are there so many people with the name Galaxy Negro? That is. Why are there so many people with that name? Oh boy, this is. I didn't realize it was going to be such a hassle trying to block somebody. Why is there so many names for? Why do so many people have your same name? Oh boy, Jesus Christ. What is this? I cannot believe so many people have that same name. That's actually that's really fucking weird. Oh shit, now I lost the chat. God damn it. I lost the fucking chat. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh, I lost the fucking chat now. That sucks. I can't believe I just lost the chat. Boy, this isn't going well. Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't realize this was going to happen. What is going on? I can't fucking find the chat. Okay, I've lost a lot of things. Well, I can't even fucking find. I can't believe so many people have this name on this thing. But anyway, I found your channel about a year ago. All the drums. I watched you when created you doing what a. I used to watch you when I was a lot younger. Oh, you did? So wait, you watched me at the tournaments? Really? Yeah, Clayton hacked the hospital, but he can't even block somebody in the chat. Anyway, yeah. Oh, you watched me at the tournaments? Really? Did we meet at those tournaments or something? Anyway, let's do a few more questions before I go. It's almost 7. I got to make dinner, so. Oh, recordings. Was it even me? Are you sure it was even me then? Because I know that one fucking poser wolf guy used to say that he was Final Showdown. I remember that fuck. That guy put out Guilty Gear videos saying that he was me before. So I don't even know if you've actually seen me play. Unless you're talking about when I was playing like on GGPO and like Fightcade and that kind of stuff when people used to post me a lot. Then that might have been me. Oh, anyway, a few more questions before I go, guys. Yeah, 2006, 2008, I had already stopped. My last tournament was in 2006 even. So that might not have been me, dude. You might have seen someone pretending to be me. You might have seen someone pretending to be me, dude. It might not have actually been me. You might have seen one of those dudes pretending to be me. Because, yeah, I had already quit, dude. That was probably one of those fakes of dudes that used to pretend to be me. But hey, I mean, that's more proof. That's, I've seen that before. People will like make an account with me that have like a little bit of my name, but a little bit different. But yeah, if you're saying you're watching me in 2006, 2008, you probably saw someone who was pretending to be me, dude. Because I was already out, dude. Because the last tournament I even traveled to was in 2006. So that wasn't me then, dude. That's fucked up. I'm actually wondering what you watched. It might have been, I know there was a guy named Poser Wolf who was pretending to be me for a while. Can you beat Major Obama in a first to 10? I already talked about that. Me and Major Obama, to my knowledge, aren't friends actually anymore, I guess. Are you into the Tokimeki Memorial Series? I've heard of it, but I never played it. Have you ever played the Toho games? No, I never played it, but I know what it is. Thanks, bro. Could you cuddle with Pikachu for me a bit? I don't know. Are you going to donate to the stream? Yeah, but no, me and Obama are not friends anymore, from what I understand, from what I talked about. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'm actually curious as to who you think was me, though. I can only assume it was someone fake, though, because I was last tournament I traveled to was in 2006, and I quit after winning that last tournament. And then I won a couple local tournaments after that, but I don't really count those. But even then, when I finally got like GGPO and Fightcade, that was maybe, I don't even know. I guess I would have to go look when I was playing. I know I used to be like, I think Damn Die's original site, one of those Supercades or Fightcades or, excuse me, something like that used to have rankings because I used to be like the #1 ranked player in some of the games. But yeah, that was a, 2DF. Was that what it was called? Oh, okay. Maybe that was it. Yeah, because like Street Fighter Alpha and Karnovs, I was like the #1 ranked player. You know what I mean? When I would play that a little bit. So, Anyway, yeah, I have no idea who you watched though, but it was probably not me. Probably just a fake person, right? Hey, but I'm actually glad you showed up, and that's kind of interesting, though. If you think, just goes to show more proof of people pretending to be me, I guess. 2DF was damned as site. What was the best game? Super K's damned. I heard he squats 600 pounds. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, yeah. I wonder who it was. Very strange, but it sounds like it was not me. Because when I was really getting posted a lot was, around the time that, and you can look it up on Nico. I actually would probably go look for when I was doing those Nico videos when the Japanese were posting me a lot when I was doing all those kind of crazy things, right? So yeah, that was whatever that was. I'd have to go look for when all those videos were coming out. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it wasn't Fightcade then. It would have been something else, I guess. Was it 2DF then, I guess? 2DF GGPO or something like that, I guess. Oh, well, any other questions before I go, guys? I got to find out how I blocked that one guy. There's just a ton of people have this dude's name, actually, for some reason, when I was, like, looking it up. But anyway. Do you think fighting games will eventually become more complicated again, easy? I'm not actually sure. What's the best game to learn improving your fundamentals? I think you should learn Street Fighter, of course. Of course. You said people generally suck at fighting games. Do you think their mentality has something to do with it? I think there's both. Both people. I mean, there's both. I mean, things take practice, and you need to be able to change your perspective on things. So, there's definitely a mind game component, execution component. There's lots of different things, I guess. Make a video where you brought favorite Poke Pikachu. Also make the fighting game history video with the pictures. Yeah. The thing is, I don't have some of the pictures. I'm looking for some of the pictures. Like I could definitely show, like a handful of pictures of the tournaments I won, but I don't even have pictures of all of them. So unfortunately, I have thought about it though. What's your take on task combo videos? My take on task combo videos are most task combo videos are not good enough to need tasks. You need to do something extremely crazy to warrant doing a task video, in my opinion. Oh, well, guys, anyway. Like 2-player interaction. I think a lot of those combos are bored. Or a lot of those combos are really boring. Like people getting hit by a fireball, walking around. I think a lot of those things are actually super boring. Yeah, no, I like King of Fighters. That's where my name was originally from. Final Showdown was Kyo Super. So no, I like King of Fighters, and I made combo videos for King of Fighters. Again, King of Fighters is a game I've actually found stuff in King of Fighters as well. People probably don't realize that. Again, I exaggerate everything I do, like that one guy just said, but there's King of Fighters stuff that I did that didn't exist before I did it as well. But I do have some King of Fighter videos, and I've talked about different stuff, but anyway. Anyway, I've thought of maybe I could get one of them, since that one guy donated and gave me the Guilty Gear Accent Core, whatever. Like, since the guy donated that Accent Core and I have it on my computer, I've thought about potentially, maybe I should ask my friend to come over and we should try to record some matches in Guilty Gear or something like that. I don't know. Why do you downplay fighting games like XR, but you pimp games like Karnov's? I don't know if I pimp games like Karnov's, but what is it called? I just try to show that the game is not as bad. The game gets a bad rap, and the game has some like cool stuff in it. I've said before, the game is a complete, the game runs a very fine line between a complete clusterfuck and deceptively skillful. So I'm not like, saying the game is something that it isn't. I've said many times that the game can be pretty clusterfucky. So my friend plays Potemkin. Street Fighter Alpha 1. I've said Street Fighter Alpha 1. Street Fighter Alpha 1 is also a pretty clusterfucky game. But, you know, Street Fighter Alpha 2, my opinion on Street Fighter Alpha 2 is people didn't like the chain combos in Street Fighter Alpha 1, and then they added custom combos, and custom combos in Alpha 2 are just absolute fucking trash. Alpha 2 has a lot of moves that don't work correctly. Alpha 2 has a lot of really weird moves that you just like look at yourself and you're like, this move makes no sense. Alpha 2 is when they just started like, so many times you play Alpha 2 and you're like, custom combos are stupid. You know, this move doesn't even make sense. The move is just weirdly designed. You know, as weird as Alpha 1 is, at least Alpha 1 has like a novelty charm, whereas Alpha 2 just feels like a ghetto Street Fighter. And it's like, if I just wanted to play Street Fighter, I would just play Street Fighter. I'd rather play like an old school Street Fighter, right? I'm not saying like Alpha 2 is the worst game ever, but I just feel like, why would I play Alpha 2? Like Alpha 2 doesn't have as much of a novelty charm. Like at least Alpha 1 is ghetto, but Alpha 1 has like a little bit of a novelty charm to it. Whereas Street Fighter Alpha 2 just feels like, I guess it has good music and the stages are kind of cool. But other than that, it's just kind of like a ghetto Street Fighters. And it's just like, I just don't, why would I play it? Anyway, did you ever answer the ice cream question? What was the ice cream question? What do you think about Street Fighter 3 Third Strike? I think Street Fighter 3 is, you know, it's a fighting game. Doesn't interest me per se, but it's not like the most terrible game ever, I guess. You know, Street Fighter 3, it's what it is. Again, I think it's an interesting game to watch. Background noise sometimes, but I don't think, you know, it's just kind of like, it's not like a real Street Fighter per se either. I actually don't consider Street Fighter 3 any more of a real Street Fighter than I consider Street Fighter Alpha 1. So, I mean, you know, whatever. It's kind of like, it's an interest. Not saying it's a terrible game. It can be fun to watch sometimes, like lots of games, but it just is kind of like, I mean, doesn't interest me, you know. Anyway, maybe that will be a video. I feel like that question gets asked a lot. Like, why do I like Alpha? Why do I think Alpha 1 is an interesting game, but I don't care about Street Fighter Alpha 2 or Street Fighter Alpha 3, etc.? I don't know. I hate how popular Fighter Z is. Yeah, did it get big? Jacob, do you have any history with the NRS games? I mean, I've played Mortal Kombat before, and I said that I know the guy, Aaron Davis. Aaron Davis is actually on my Facebook, and Aaron Davis, I didn't play tournaments anymore, but Aaron Davis, I guess, works at NetherRealm Studios, and I was at a nerd kind of gathering where there were tournaments. And again, I didn't enter anymore, but the Aaron Davis guy came up to me, and I guess he had been doing pretty good in video games as Johnny Cage. And he came up to me, and I don't remember if he said, "Are you Clayton Chapman?" or if he said, "Are you Final Showdown?" And he's like, "Hey, I watched your Johnny Cage combo videos, and that's where I got my Johnny Cage combos." So that's my sort of experience in maybe some newer Mortal Kombat games, but you know, I don't really play them or anything. But he shouted me out in real life. I guess he came up to me. He's like, again, I don't know if he said, "Are you Final Showdown?" or if he said, "Are you Clayton Chapman?" And he's like, "Hey, yeah, I played Johnny Cage and I'm doing well in all these tournaments, and I actually got my combos from you." So I remember that dude came up to me, so that was nice of him to say that. Anyway. Yeah, no, Flojo, I'm about to leave here too. Again, I don't know whose matches you saw, but that time frame that you gave, I had already stopped playing games. So that's weird. Again, I don't know who you saw, but sounds like it was just somebody pretending to be me. So what else is new, I guess, right? Anyway, dudes, anything else? Anyone want to donate to the super chat before I go? Anyway, forever hold your peace. I'm going to make some dinner. Say the N word. Snugga. Snugga. Is that the N word? Snugga. Anyway, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, now I don't even know how to shut this off because I don't know my thing went. I'm just to shut it off. Where is this?